stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Just like me.
There we go. What's up, guys? Welcome once again to another episode of Access Vegas, where I don't think we've been banned by any nightlife groups this week. Have you?
No.
We haven't done anything like
that.
No
B-list clubs for us in Las Vegas.
Unless there, in case there's any confusion, Dave Grutman and Jason Strauss, we love you guys. Yes. You guys are all we're awesome. We're very pro Groot and pro Tau hospitality. So anyway, guys, we got a bunch of stuff coming up. Just to let you know, I'm going to be driving to San Francisco for the Super Bowl. I just bought a Cybertruck, so I'm going to drive out there.
Vegas.
Babes in Toyland FHM party is going to be February 5th in San Francisco. If you guys are interested in going to that, go to babesintoylandcharity.com. There's a charity there. It's going to be called Babes and Ballers while we're there. Additionally, that Saturday night is going to be Shaq's Funhouse. I believe Live Nightlife is going to be handling that. I'm not sure. Fountain Blue. And then there's going to be several other parties that week if you guys want to come out. Some of the most fun stuff you'll ever do, nights of parties, one after another. And you guys might be saying, well, how do I get tickets to all these parties? The way you get tickets, step number one, here's what you do. You join Men of Action Mentoring, and then you learn how to show up to a party with 6 girls, and then you get into every party. That's what we've been trying to teach you guys. If you haven't figured that out, that's what I teach you in this program. That's why I get involved in that's why I get invited to everything, because I show up to places with 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 girls. That's the way you do it. We teach you how to do that step by step in the Men of Action program. Coming up on the 28th of February, myself and Owen Cook are going to be speaking in San Diego, California. If you guys want to come to that, it's going to be the 28th through the 1st of February till March 1st. You guys want to come out there? It's a great time. Me and Owen just sit there and just spout off for like 20 straight hours. It's going to be a lot of fun if you guys are interested in going to that. And then March 19th is going to be Babes in Toyland Pet Edition in Los Angeles. And then there's several more. We're going to have another Babes in Toyland in April in Los Angeles. Is going to be Boots and Bikinis. And then there's another one in August here in Las Vegas. We're going to do a swim week here as well.
Miami.
And Miami. I'm sorry. Yeah. Miami in May. Yeah. Miami in May. I want to say the second weekend of May, we're going to do Babes in Toyland in Miami. And then we'll probably make our rounds to all the Miami shows.
Yeah, we owe Dan's a project.
Yes.
A podcast.
Do you have anything coming up?
The only thing I have coming, or the only announcements that I have right now is number one is on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific and 11:30 a.m. Eastern time. I am now back to doing Rule Zero again. So if you want to listen to a Red Pill panel show that really talks about real Red Pill subjects, that we're picking it back up again. And it's something that we're going to do on the regular. So you'll find that on my channel. The way we work that is the people who are the members of the panel or who people are on the panel, we all take turns hosting it. So I'm going to kick it off this Saturday. It's been a while, almost like 2 or 3 years since.
What time in the morning is this?
8:30.
Like, what
for
about
us?
What if guys want to get laid though? Like, I don't understand. 8:30 in the morning.
We try. The reason why we do that is so like it's 11:30 on the East Coast. We live on the West Coast, and nobody cares about Pacific time. Yeah, but they're all on Eastern time.
Dude, if I got to get up 8:30 in the morning, that means I can't date women. Like, I don't understand the.
Well, all you got to do is stay up a little later than you normally would.
Just a little bit later.
Yes. You know what's funny is like whenever I go to sleep and I'm like just about getting in bed about 11 o'clock at night, I make sure that I never go on my text or anything like that, because I know you're just getting up and you're just like hitting your stride right then. Yeah. And now you're going to keep me up until like 1 a.m.
Yeah, that's what we do. We got to do this. That's right.
Yes.
Exactly right.
Okay. I'm on swing shift. You're on graveyard shift.
There we go.
So that's that. And then, by the way, this is new merch, by the way. Let me see if I can stand up. New merch. You can find that. I already put it in the chat. You guys can just go to my Sticker Mule site, and I got new merch for Rolo's Roughnecks, and then I've got some stuff coming up for Reignite for this show as well. You'll find t-shirts for Access Vegas too. So there you go.
All right, let's get it going. Let's introduce our guest today. She is from Portland. She is a Vegas. She's a foot model and VIP host. Welcome, Alexandra. Welcome to Alexandra. She's over there. Beautiful. She is Australian Playboy model, sex therapist, and philanthropist. Welcome back to the show, September.
Need some therapy.
She is the owner of Harps Cosmetics, and she's from Nashville, Holland. Do we have any? Do we have?
Do you want to go that? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. you want to go with this one first?
Do it.
Okay.
Why does nobody play poker in the jungle? Because there are too many cheetahs.
That's incredible. We just
That's incredible. Yes, that just got 1 million views.
Yes, that got one.
This one's so good, I swear. What music app does James Bond use? Spot a Spy.
Incredible. The audience is doubled over in laughter.
Okay.
Please welcome to the show from Nashville, the owner of Harp's Cosmetics, Harper Raines, to the show. There's Harper. All right. She is from Russia. She's a former Cirque du Soleil dancer, the cocktail server. It is Christina, back for the second time. And I believe for the first time here, she's from the Bay Area. She's the club goddess. She's an independent host. And this is Laura. And she is from Miami. She's a digital marketing analyst. Welcome back, Natalie. Hey, Natalie.
And that's back.
Okay, so if you guys have seen, because we have 6 white women here, Fresh will be here. So the way it works is with Fresh. If you guys don't know how Fresh works with white women, when you put 6 white women in a room, he just apparates. He doesn't even travel into the room, just a puff of smoke, and then there's Fresh.
Yes.
That's how it works. So just wait a little while. Fresh
Because
just got off an
Fresh
airplane.
is dark. He's under the bed dark.
See, you could say that.
I can say that.
I can't say because he gave you the pass.
Because
he has the
he's
pass. I don't
as
have the
dark
pass.
as I am white. So
He has the pass. I don't have the pass.
he's getting off the plane right now. He should be in here any minute.
So I get this question all the time, like, where do you get all these videos to react to?
Mm.
And the answer is, I just exist. People are constantly, and thank you to all you people who are doing this, I am constantly being sent the most heinous, disgusting meme videos, just horrible videos all the time. And then 1 out of every 10 of them, I'm like, oh, we could probably get away with that on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then I put it on the Access Vegas list and I send it to him. He downloads them. And then that's what we react to here.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to get through as many as we can. Ladies, when we watch one of these videos, I just want you to give your honest reaction. Speak up. You don't have to wait for your turn. Just your honest reaction to what you see. When some of these videos are serious, most of them are supposed to be funny, and we just want your honest reaction. But all these videos want like pretty much mega viral. Sound good?
Yeah.
You ready for the first one? Let's do it.
Boy, have a preference.
Let's do wedding.
Oh boy. Okay, let's do that one. You're looking to see if I got it. There it is.
That's it.
All right.
A ring, and the amount of men that try to talk to me has gone down by like 80%. My husband put on a ring, and the amount of women checking him out or trying to talk to him has probably doubled. So my question is, what the f*** is wrong?
Right? And it just goes to show how respectful men are when they know you're in a relationship. For women, they subconsciously see a man wearing a ring. Oh, he's already been picked by another woman. He must be emotionally stable and capable of commitment. Women realize, oh, he passed her tests. He must be a really good man. I should pursue him. But yeah, that's mate copying for ya. Women instinctively see men who are already taken as more attractive. And then also, he's not trying to chase her, obviously, because he's in a relationship. So that makes her want to pursue him even more. And what I find funny is some of these ladies who do pursue married men, they're the same ones making videos or talking about how they can't find a good man. Leave the taken ones alone.
Somebody's been watching Mike Sartain videos.
All right, before I expound on this, anybody have any thoughts about this? It's called the wedding ring effect in evolutionary psychology. Anybody have an idea about this?
When I first got engaged, my friends were literally kicking men away from me. Like that engagement ring.
That more men wanted to talk to you. Interesting, interesting.
Everyone wants what they can't have.
Okay.
So,
Anybody else? Laura,
I
they want to
actually have a
corrupt
ring
you.
that I wear on. Sometimes I change it to my engagement ring if I don't want attention, so to speak. But in saying that, you kind of get it. But the roles reverse of God, I might be crucified for saying this. And a married man or so forth is unattainable, and we will love a chase. It's human dopamine, I guess, in a way. And there's no emotion involved. So I guess in a way, from my point of view, it's kind of like it's an excitement thing that you can't really have, and it gives that little instant gratification hit of getting a bit of excitement from someone who you can't have.
Absolutely. And if you know they're not going to chase you back, like you don't have to worry about that weird thing where like, oh my God, you hook up and then all of a sudden they're obsessed with
And
you,
then your
right?
phone's blowing up.
Yes.
They're not
texting
texting you back. You're good.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because they got a wife and probably 3 babies at home.
Anybody else?
I think it's the chase. So after you're like running and you just want to win. You want to pass that finish line.
Okay.
So when I was married, my ex-husband did definitely have this, had a wedding ring, and the women were attracted to him like no other. I am not a jealous person, so I like to watch it happen because it's like, oh, you just want what I have, loves it. And yeah, it's the perpetual chase. So yeah, there also has been times when I've been cocktailing and been single and I put on like a fake wedding ring. Sometimes now I look back and kick myself, but like at the time I was like just trying to just like work and be in my flow or whatever. But yeah, the wedding ring effect on both sides is prominent.
Okay, so
Can confirm.
okay, there it is. They won't leave them alone.
Yeah.
So here's kind of the major difference. In general, and I know Alexander, your experience was different, but in general, when women report putting on a wedding ring, they get less attention. When women post their boyfriends on social media, they get less attention. The reason, and then when men post their girlfriends on social media, they get more attention. I can tell you this anecdotally, this is the case for me. And when men post that they have wedding rings on, there's actually been scientific surveys done on this. The men are about 30% more attractive when they have a wedding ring when they don't. The reason why, she said the term incorrectly, it's mate choice copying in humans. That's actually the function. Yeah. And so the way mate choice copying in humans works is generally it only works in one direction. People don't like to talk about this part. So in general, if I find you attractive, I don't care what my guy friends think. Guys do this all the time. Well, they'll bang some fat chick and they do not care about what their guy friends think. They do not. No, they really don't. For the most part, most men, if they find you physically, like for instance, if I met Megan Fox and all my friends were like, dude, she's ugly, I wouldn't care that my friends thought that she was ugly. It wouldn't make any difference to me if I thought she looked like Megan Fox. Does that make sense? So that's how men do not need the approval of others in general to find someone attractive. In general, women can find a man physically attractive, but an average looking man who other women find attractive, more women find them attractive. Again, the phenomenon is called mate choice copying humans. We say the term pre-selection, and there's tons of data showing this. So that's where she's getting kind of confused. My favorite part about that video is, do you see how men are just respectful whenever you're in a relationship? No, honey, they're not respectful.
No,
they're not respectful.
Are they not respectful or are they just cheap? Like, do they see that engagement ring and then think like, oh my gosh, wait, I couldn't afford that rock, so like I'm not even gonna try?
In general, men do not want to follow other men's penises. That's kind of what it is. And in that case, that in general, that's what it is. Like in general, men are just not like, hey, I want the more penis girl. They want the less penis girl. And so that's the reason why they're not going to go after that.
Can I add to this?
Go ahead.
So basically from what I've learned and read or whatever, it's not so much that, so say a guy is hitting on a woman and she's like, no, I'm single. I'm okay. I'm all set. They will continue to pursue her. They will not take her rejection as a boundary, but they will respect a man that they don't even know. Okay, well, she's got a man. Okay, I'm going to respect a man and a boundary before a woman setting a boundary with, hey, I'm single and I'm all set. So really, it's more them respecting an imaginary guy than a woman's boundary.
It's partially that, but it's also like you're taken. So like anyone here you've been a published model, when you show your boyfriend, you just lose a bunch of. It's trust me, men are not hitting on Megan Fox because they respect Machine Gun Kelly. No one gives a fuck about Machine Gun Kelly. No one respect listen, I've lived here for
Does he have a wedding ring on?
I've lived out here for coming on 15 years, and guys will hit on whoever I'm dating, and it's like they don't respect shit. They don't respect guys that they don't know. It's not a function of respect. It's a function of I just don't want to chase after someone else that where some other guy's penis has been. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not telling you it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you that in general, that tends to be the case. Like, for instance, ladies, who here wants to date a virgin? Anybody?
Hell no, absolutely not.
Okay, cool. I know I can show you. I show you 100 guys that do want to date a virgin. There's a very big difference. It's a massive double standard.
They're all on Twitter.
Go ahead.
I saw this thing about the other day from a guy and a man in Australia. And I love this whole thing. We have this judgment, so it's about women who've got body count, so to speak. Yes.
There we go.
And you know what is this? I love. And he's mem. Is mem? How do you say it in USA? Mem. Whatever. He goes. I don't care if the girl's got low body count. I'd rather have a high because I want good sex, and I get that. So I'm like, he gets as well. When we shun people for having high body count, I don't know about you. I'm single. I like good sex. So for me, I would rather have someone in the bedroom with me or people much better than me who have our experience, who are going to do it because I want a good time. So I think that that thing is kind of different.
Well, I don't want to add a body that doesn't have an experience. That's not.
All
right. Okay, teach me some new tricks.
Exactly.
Wow, that's crazy. We're listening to women say that they enjoy being with men who are sexually experienced. That's crazy. I can't believe that. That's so nuts. I can't remember who was saying that you need to have women want to sleep with you. I can't remember. There was some guy in the internet who was saying that. I don't remember who it was.
I'll dig it.
I don't want to walk you through it. Do it.
No, I was gonna say I know there's research for. I want to say it's not David Buss, but it's the other guy.
Steven Stewart Williams.
No, but,
Jeffrey Miller.
No. It's David
Costello.
David. What's this contemporary guy?
William Costello.
No.
Mac and Murphy.
No. He's the old
Alex
guy. Old dude.
Oh,
70s. Robert Trivers? No.
Yeah, Robert Trivers.
Anyways,
yeah.
So they've done research where they have shown pictures of guys, and basically pretty much bland looking guys, and then one they promote the guy as being married and the other guy as being single, and women were more attracted to the guy just by didn't even see a ring.
Yes,
they just had to know
that
the guy was married.
The actual number was 59% for the guy who was single, 91% for the guy who had the wedding ring.
Yeah,
that was just astonishing numbers. And so here's the thing, guys. There's
the struggle is real.
Well, it's not the struggle is real. Like if I'm gonna here we go with some more misogynistic content, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm a woman, I understand that the biggest leverage point I have in the sexual marketplace is being more physically attractive. Sorry, if you guys, I'm sure you guys have probably figured this out. That is, like, it really is. It's more. If you get another master's degree, Nat, I'm not saying that's not awesome, and I'd love to have you on my show when you get your computer science degree, so we can fucking talk about it. But being more physically attractive is your highest leverage point in the sexual marketplace. For a man, if I'm just not very tall, I'm not physically attractive for whatever reason, your physique is always your fault. You can change your body fat percentage. But other than that, let's say I can't change my bone structure and I can't change my height. For me to be attractive, I can still be attractive if other women want me. It's true. Mick Jagger looks like a fucking burnt French fry, and women want him. And it's because of the fact that other women want him. If you really look at like Justin Bieber close up, he's kind of weird looking, but it's fine because other women scream for him. Yeah. And because they do, more women want him. And so as a man, we have an extra play we can run. Where for as women, they just kind of run 31 ISO up the middle. That's the only play they can run. I'm hot. The I'm hot play. That's it. For men, we can run double reverses, bubble screens, play action passes, shot plays, rollouts, naked bootlegs. There's so many plays that we as men can run the highly charismatic play, the very, very funny play, the really, really hooked up play. We can run the really, really in good shape play, the very, very get us to cool locations and travel and go to like Zion and go to
Burj Khalifa. Naked bootleg play.
The naked bootleg play. Just get naked for it. See what happens. Yeah,
but I honestly agree with that though, because as somebody who does have a degree, as somebody who focused on personality majority of my life, I have been treated better, had more doors open, have gotten better jobs, have made more money after I lost weight, got filler, tried harder on aesthetics. So I don't disagree.
The world is shallow.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The pretty privilege is a thing.
It is.
Yeah, and honestly, I've gone out on dates and I come back and I talk to my friends and I'm like, I wish I just would have shut up. I feel like if I just shut up and I look pretty, I get so much.
Doesn't that sound horrible? Doesn't it make us sound so terrible? But it's true.
And it sucks for me because I actually went to school and tried, you know? So and it's just crazy because a lot of my friends, they do OF. A lot of my friends do other kinds of work and they live such better lives and they've paid their parents' house and all this stuff. So I sit here and I'm like, okay, I have my 9 to 5, everything's great.
They have better lives in your eyes, not necessarily in
but I also just you're not unhappy. Everybody's just chilling. They're walking around with their stuff, and everybody, even my life, it's not perfect. You know what I mean? I have struggles too. It may not be the same, but I still did it correctly, quote unquote. And what Mike's saying isn't wrong. Ever since I started paying more attention to my aesthetics, losing weight, looking better, doing all these things, I'm getting invited to cooler parties. I'm on podcasts, which I would have never done if I was 200 pounds. Just all these different doors are opening for me. So you're not wrong.
Yeah. Same with guys as well. Guys who show up in the aesthetic
microphone
things.
Talking to the mic.
The things that you can change before men. It's so easy. I think from my point of view, for men, it's really easy to change. Obviously, do the course, but things simple Your aesthetics, you can change. That's your biggest thing you can change.
Mhm.
Your charisma, you can change. Confidence. They're things that you can change instantly and easily if done well. And as a woman, I'll tell you right now, you can be dare I say, a 6 in a room, whatever, and I'll take you home.
I'm right here. Thank you. I'm sitting
I will take you
here.
home if you're funny, if you're charismatic, if you're engaged, if you're asking about me as well as you, and you know you're not being an asshole, so to speak. So there are things you can do that are easily changed. You don't have to change in any other way with your finances and so forth. There's so many simple things that as women we are more ignited by.
Yeah. Again, many more plays men can play, many more plays men can run to generate attraction. Women don't have that many plays. They kind of had one play. Now, once you get past that initial interaction, now just because you're pretty, that doesn't mean I want to have kids with you. I want to get to know you. Then in that case, the fact that you're a caring person matters. But in the beginning, and I use Scott Galloway for this quote because Scott Galloway agrees with us on nothing. Yes. But he will agree with us on this quote. And this quote is, when I met my wife at that hotel in Miami, I wasn't thinking about how she had great genetics or how we could be incredible parents or whether or not she was a Republican or Democrat. I wanted to have sex with her.
With that 19-year-old woman.
Okay, so
Miami
she was. So hold on. Look, before we go on, I found out she's not 19. She's
when they met.
She was 26.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I looked it up. But I'd heard that before too, and then I went and I did some research on that. But anyway, the reality of the situation is, when it goes back to that, he was like, in the beginning, it's shallow. It's not that humans are shallow. It's in the beginning we're shallow. Your relationship with your parents and your family is not shallow, but someone you just met on the street, if you dress better, if I came in and I'm dressed in a suit, like a really nice suit, your perception of me is different, regardless of how not shallow you think you are, because humans are, they look for patterns. Yeah. Very quickly, I want to justify, like, what do I think about you very quickly based on these patterns. And that's the thing. Women do the same thing with men. Men do the same thing with other men. And so in the beginning, that's the thing you have to understand. It's not that the world is shallow. It's that in the beginning, we are shallow. When the interaction first takes place, and this is the reason why more attractive people tend to date the way they start dating quicker. So if you're a really attractive woman, you're going to date a really attractive guy quicker. But the guy that you end up maybe settled down with, you've known him for 4 or 5 months. That's generally what the data shows us as well. Sound good? Do you want to do another one?
Sure.
Just pick anyone.
Okay. Let's see. Fresh is about 10 minutes out, so he'll be here in just a little bit.
Can I just piggyback off that with Paris Hilton and her new movie coming out and just being like a Y2K? Like, she really was able to like personify like the bimbo corns, being like, oh my god, yeah, it's like we're so cute, like da 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 da. Because hot. Yeah, it's so hot. Like that's how
reinvented itself.
We loves it. I mean, but she didn't have to necessarily reinvent herself. She was always that.
Yes.
But when she led and projected herself, just like these men are saying, that like you have to kind of lead with like, oh my god, I don't know what we're doing. Oh, like because that's how you're gonna captivate them. You have to let them think that you're dumb. That's the best part.
So play a sucker to catch a sucker. That's got it.
Absolutely. The oldest trick in the book.
She's been doing that.
You know that's a law of power, right? In the 48 laws of power.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Paris Hilton. We loves it. So yeah, but exactly going on what you say. It's like you just you want to be like
so
cute
true.
and easel and
Well, that's why I was like, once I got single again, that caring about my features put me in better rooms. And then when they meet you, that's what it cares. You had to care about your features and then your personality, obviously.
Of
but
course.
yes, I wasn't born and married anymore. I had to
You got it, ladies. Ladies, get that glow up and manipulate men. That is what we're trying to teach you here. Manipulate the shit out of these simpy ass men. Got it?
We don't know the answers.
And
You don't know all the
vice
answers.
versa.
You know the answers.
Nico, go get Fresh. He's here right now.
Right here. Let's do this. Do this right here.
Okay, hold on a second.
You know, just type the word K.
I know. I'm just doing it alphabetically here. I got it.
And I slept with his uncle. Look at that guy.
Would you want to maybe go out sometime?
I don't think so. Another boring nice guy. We should say something to him that will ruin his life forever. I know just the thing.
Hey, nice guy. We saw you try to ask out that girl and fail miserably. And we have some advice.
Yeah?
Don't change anything about yourself.
Really? So I should keep simping for women?
Yes, women love safe and predictable guys. We wish the guys that took us out were nice like you.
Oh, great. So since you two are saying these qualities that I have are attractive, would either of you want to hook up with me?
No. We only shaboink non-committal guys that make us fight for their attention. But we wish we were attracted to guys like you.
Oh, thanks. I was just about to stop seeking the validation of women and start putting myself first. But instead, I'll just keep being the safe, nice guy that women don't have to worry about breaking their hearts.
Exactly.
So you see, never listen to women when it comes to dating advice.
That's because women have no idea what they want.
When girls say they want nice guys, they're talking about qualities they're looking for in a long-term relationship.
They're not talking about the type of guy that they're actually attracted to.
Listening to women, not even once.
Ladies, what do you think about this? Go.
I love this so much. It's so true.
I love it. I can't believe I've never seen it before. I absolutely love it.
Check out the Content Machine if you guys are looking for them. They're really, really good.
I never know what I want half the time. Like, do I want Raising Cane's, Chipotle? Like, I can't make a decision on food. So how do I make it on men?
So this is, it's a great point, guys. A great way to lose weight is to ask your girlfriend, where are we going to go eat? You will all die of starvation. You'll never eat anywhere. There'll never be any sort of thing done. It's incredible.
That's why I need you guys to lead and pick. Duh.
Exactly.
And then we have the free will to be like, no, that was wrong. So fix it.
Yes, for real. Then no matter what you do, you are wrong. So just know that if you want to eat, you're going to have to force your girl to pick something. And then when she's there, she's like, I'm glad we came to eat here, even though she told you that you were stupid for picking it. But just don't listen. That's the trick. What do you think?
So no nice guys. But what about let's see.
Well, I think it's kind of similar.
How about
to, like,
this?
When we were talking
Concept
about, like,
among
Go on, right? How about this?
Man, that women love playboys, that sort of thing. It's true that women discriminate much harsher against virgins than men. There was a gap where women's kind of ick at the whole virgin thing. Men also exhibited it, but women's, it was a bigger one.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But then their optimum was very similar. We're again talking like 1 past partner, 2 past partners, 3 past partners, 4. That all looks pretty swell. The decline starts after above average, where we're talking 7, 8, 9. As you pass that, like, this male, he's slept with more women than most men will sleep with in their lives. That's when we get the plummet. And it's like the willingness to date a man who has slept with like 20 women, 30 women. That's what.
And it's, you're saying personality cues again.
Yeah, it's like odds on how likely is this guy going to be to never cheat on you and never want to cheat on you, that kind of thing. Very low probability. And then also like how likely is he to take you seriously and be interested in you?
Okay, first question I have to ask you guys.
Boy, do I
raise
have
your
a lot to say.
Raise your hand if you know who Chris Williamson is. Raise your hand if you guys have ever seen Chris Williamson. That's so wild. That is so wild. He's like, that's what, probably the third biggest. No, stop. That's probably the third biggest podcast in the world. You guys have never seen Chris Williamson. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Okay, Chris Williamson used to own a nightlife group, and he's a male model. Who here thinks Chris Williamson hasn't slept with 20 women?
Oh,
he has. Not to shut up.
I've never seen him with a woman.
Okay,
So let's just.
No, Chris Williamson 100. The idea that Chris Williamson hasn't been with 20 women while he was saying that was hilarious. Now, here's the main issue when it comes to that, so we don't get too bogged down by this. You know what fat people often report? They would prefer to not be fat. You know what broke people often report? They would prefer to not be broke. Do you know what women prefer? They would say, I would prefer to not date a player. Do you want to, the women will always say, I prefer not to date a player. Do you know that if you survey women who are dating a player and you say, would you prefer to date a player? Even they're going to say, I would prefer not to date a player. This is the greatest example I've ever seen with Mackin of just like reporting, like irrational reporting. There is no reason to listen to this. I agree. I agree that the survey results are that women did not like men who had sex with 8 ladies right here. You're dating a guy and then you find out he's had sex with 8 women in his life. Who here's dumping him? Raise your hand. Okay, thank you. My point. This is absurdity. What are we doing here? Oh yeah. So that's Chris Williamson right there. That's
Chris Williamson.
That's the host. Again, I'm not here trying to make.
He's done more than 8.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make fun. I'm not trying to make fun of Chris.
We love him, but yeah.
he looks like that and owned a nightlife group, and you're telling me he's been with fewer than 20 women? Get out of here, bro. This is what I'm talking about. It's like it's good for me, but not for thee. It's the wildest stuff I've ever heard. Of course, women like players. They just don't want you to know that they like players. Ladies, is it attractive if a man is loyal? Ladies, raise your hand. Is it attractive if a man is loyal? Yeah. Awesome. Ladies, have you ever seen a woman date a man who wasn't loyal? Thank you.
Every last one.
That's it. Show's over. Good night, y'all. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Bring fresh up here.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
But are they good in bed?
Yeah.
Okay, but hold on. If they are good in bed and they're not loyal, you'll still see women stay with them. Being loyal isn't attractive. It's what you want in a long-term partner. It's not attractive. Ladies, who here thinks you have a husband and he reads a lot? Is that attractive? Raise your hand if that's attractive. This is nonsense. It's not attractive if he reads. It isn't. It's comfortable if he reads. What's a trap? That does not make you sexually stimulated him because he fucking reads. That is crazy.
What
is he reading though?
If he's actively trying to educate himself and like grow and expand in his knowledge about life, universe, whatever,
that sounds like a terrific long-term partner. That's not attraction. Guys, you meet a guy and your vagina gets wet. That's what I mean by attraction. You guys keep describing something else. Hey, also, can you two move down fresh? Can you right here?
Attraction for me,
it's called sapiosexual, where you're attracted to a man.
Yes.
It's like
Intelligence has nothing.
Like Andrew
nothing
Huberman,
to do with
like
it.
what the fuck you saying?
Although, if you're reading The Rational Male, that could be an affirmation.
I'm with you, but I'm with you. For a man you're already attracted to, I agree with you, but not in general. Go ahead, fresh. Move over here. Can you guys move down one?
I think also attraction is, being authentic and honest. So if you can be authentic and honest and say to me, like, you're a player, we're doing this as we're just a thing, so to speak. That's attraction to me. You're not playing me, to have good sex with someone and all that stuff with boundaries.
Yeah, agreed. Except no, that's not. I think that's what you feel comfortable with, someone you're already attracted. Ladies, if you're not attracted to the dude and he reads, you don't give a shit about him. If you're attracted to dude, again, ready? Here we go, Laura. Let's play. Let's play a game. We go up to a 7-Eleven. Okay, you and me are going up to 7-Eleven. You're like, hey, I want to go inside and get some gum. Okay, we walk up to the 7-Eleven and a homeless guy. He smells really bad and he's overweight. He comes up to you and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, I read a lot. I read a lot of books. Hey, I just want to let you know I'm very loyal. I'm very loyal. Like, how long till you have sex with him?
That would never happen.
Oh, no. One more time. It would fucking happen. But the problem is, in your situation, you're not attracted to him. So the fact that he's loyal and the fact that he reads means nothing. The prerequisite is that you must be attracted to him. Then if he reads, it's okay. Then if he's loyal, it's okay. But the problem is, here's why you guys are, I'm sorry, I hate to blame this, but you guys are ruining men when you say this shit, because there's a bunch of guys out there who need to get in shape, who need a deeper fucking voice, who need to learn how to talk to women. And instead they're going off and reading and telling women that they're loyal, and it's ruining their chances with women because they're listening to this bullshit. Pardon my French. Women are not attracted to men because they're loyal. They're attracted when they have a man that they're sexually attracted to and he's loyal. That's awesome because that makes him a good what? Long-term partner. But what makes you a good long-term partner is not the same thing that makes you attracted. That's the thing. That's why they keep fucking Brock the bartender and Chad Thundercock, because it's not because he's loyal. It's not because he reads. It's not because he's vulnerable. It's not because he buys flowers. She's already attracted to him. Now, when Chad Thundercock then becomes loyal, that's awesome. When Chad Thundercock then starts being vulnerable, that's awesome. But she was attracted to him before that. And I'm explaining to you, and all the women in here just like looking around in circles, like I'm trying to explain to a fish what water is. Guys, you need to listen to what I'm saying, because if you don't, it's like if you don't grasp this concept, because it's like, wait, I could be a guy.
I'm grasping it. I'm grasping it. So like a homeless guy and a mid guy. So a mid guy could like read a book and put on some like intellectual.
That's charisma.
Right.
That's not it. But that's charisma.
But at least a mid guy can like read a book and like capture a chick versus like a homeless.
Okay,
guy.
so
we're not all the way here, but at
okay.
least the mid guy has.
One more time, Laura. The fact that he read a book means nothing to you unless he can explain to you what he read in the book in a charismatic way.
Of course.
That is called charisma.
Okay.
Charisma is an attraction trigger. Reading is not.
Okay, but if I walk into like a 7-Eleven and like Jason Momoa, right?
Yeah.
Aquaman dude, right? Okay, yeah. Looks hot as hell, but he like I walk in and then he starts like spitting off like some weird like vibe or shit or whatever. Like if I was a guy and it was a really hot chick, like reversed, I feel like okay, guy's still ready to smash girl.
Yes.
Versus if he opens his mouth and nothing intellectual is coming out, and I actually feel like
That's
I'm
called
like
the clavicular effect.
I'm instantly dry. Instantly dry. Nothing is wet anymore. Bro, your physique is beautiful.
What you're saying is obviously true. I'm not saying a man can't talk his way out of vagina. Of course he can. But my point is, he has a better shot than average guys because he is Jason Momoa.
Well, I was gonna say I feel like men need to be more well-rounded than women in order for women to find them attractive.
Let's play a different thought experiment. Jason Momoa, whenever he goes and meets a girl, he's like, "Hey, it's so great to meet you," and then he just listens to her talk for hours. Is it possible he's going to get laid?
Well, yeah, if he's like listening
Thank
to her and
you.
he's not
Okay,
opening
okay,
his mouth.
done.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think that men actually have the burden of proof here. I feel like men have to work harder and be more well-rounded.
Of course they do.
Because women just have to be
Clip that.
pretty, and it's not.
Okay.
You're gonna smash,
And-
but initial
and-
attraction,
and-
chemistry,
it's
all that.
initial. So it's
She has
again,
nothing to
it's
work
the
off of.
problem is when I ask you guys what makes men attractive, you keep telling me what makes for a good long-term partner. What makes them attractive? Because women don't like to say this.
Arms.
I like women don't like to say this.
Bicep veins.
They don't like to say, I like it when he makes me chase. Women don't like to say that shit out loud. But that's who you're attracted. I kind of like it when other girls flirt with him. Women don't want to say that, but it is what
I'll say it.
I like
okay,
it.
no, but
She
you
loves
will
it.
now,
Love
but you
it.
didn't say it before because you'll say it now because it's so obvious. Women don't like to be known for, I kind of like it when the guy's like taken and it's kind of hard to get his attention and he doesn't look at my boobs like every other guy. No, women won't say that out loud. That's what they're attracted to actually, but they keep talking about other shit. Oh, by the way, one more thing here. From Barbados.
Oh my God!
He is a man of God. He's here right here. It says in the Bible, wherever two or more of you will, I will appear.
Yes.
It says in the
Here he
Bible,
is.
of the Bible of Fresh, wherever there are 6 white women, he will appear. Walter Weeks.
What's up, guys? What's up, ladies?
Look, Fresh. This is a red pill conversation happening right here. Isn't this very refreshing, isn't it?
I've not been in Vegas for a while. Glad to be back. Beautiful ladies here, of course. Welcome back to the show, and glad to be here.
Incredible.
Yep.
Have you had any international incidents recently?
Oh yeah, bro. So about that was a crazy night, bro. You know,
Spill it.
Where do I begin, bro?
Okay, hold on. First off, before we go on, because a bunch of my friends were asking me this.
Yeah.
The likely, you know how close I am with Waller,
Uh-huh.
and we're close
Yeah,
with
we
you.
are. Yeah.
What is the likelihood that you guys would have invited me and Rollo out if we were there?
It was 100%.
100%.
Yes.
So I was like,
And we would have
dear
gone.
God,
too.
Now-
please
Now,
no.
now here's the actual. I'll make it very brief, right? So basically, I was with Tate.
Yes.
You know, talking, whatever. They pull up with Clav. It's Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, and the rest. So they're like, you know what? We chill at the crib. Little house party going on.
Whose house was that?
Yeah, where was that?
It's one of their boys.
Okay, I
Eric.
thought it was a boat for a second. Yeah,
No,
it
well,
was a house.
his boat as well.
Okay,
So we're just chilling there. They're like, yo, let's go to the club. I'm like, fuck it, I can set that shit up.
is that clip that we saw
Yeah.
from Clav's live stream? Is that what we're
Yeah.
watching? Okay,
Yeah.
so he has a 24/7 live stream that
He's got
follows
a
him
dude
around
follows him around.
Constantly.
and it's
Yeah.
on. That was on Kick. Or was it Rumble? It was Kick. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
no,
Okay,
thank God it was on Rumble. It was on
Yeah.
Kick.
yeah.
But seriously, they want to go to the club. I was like, all right, cool. I hit my guy up. Let's go. So they're in a Sprinter van ahead of me. If you notice in the clips, I'm not in the van.
Yes.
I'm like legit like behind with the girls, doing my thing. So they're in the car playing songs.
Yes.
And of course, Justin's playing cowboy music, country music. He loves that shit.
Yes.
Shout out to him. And apparently, someone takes the phone and he plays a song that is
Yeah, we can't say. Obviously. HH. He plays HH. Yeah.
Now, mind you, I'm into dating podcasts.
Of course.
I'm into like lifestyle stuff. I don't care about politics like that. I'm not into that.
Yeah.
You guys know me. So I don't know what this song is. Long story short, get to the club. They pull up. I pull up. So I go with Andrew. He meets the owner. We're chopping up, whatever. And we're just chilling, vibing. He brings us a bottle. We're vibing. So get this. Then Marion asked me for a song request. Marion's like, oh, we want the song played. I'm like, okay, what song is it? HH. I'm like, fuck is that? All right, so I told the guy, listen, they want a song played. Can you hook it up? So what happens is the guy goes over, they airdrop him the song, and it's played.
They airdropped him the
Yeah.
song.
Now, mind you, I don't know where the song is, bro.
Yeah, so just so we're clear,
So you know, I
this
don't-
is obviously not on Spotify.
No.
You can't get this on
No.
YouTube Music.
No.
This is the controversial song that Kanye West put out on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's probably the only place they got it from.
Now,
Okay,
who airdropped it to him?
That is between those guys. I
You don't know.
Yeah.
who- Okay, so
Yeah.
somebody did.
But here's the crazy part. So they're playing the song. Mind you, I'm legit. They're like, okay, like we're just vibing, whatever. I don't know what this song is saying because it's loud in there. Whatever. So, mind you, it is catchy. I'll give you that. It's catchy, but it's fucked up.
yeah,
So I'm there, just standing there. I'm like, Andrew's just like, what the fuck? 'Cause Andrew's like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So then that happens. It's chill. No one's freaking out. Nothing.
yeah. I mean, just to be clear, I watched it. You were not singing
No.
the song,
Fuck no.
and neither was Justin Waller. Actually, did this kind of move where he went off camera.
No, I didn't even see.
Yeah,
Jay.
Justin
So,
Waller.
if you know, bro, I'm there. I'm with a shorty. This is like chilling, whatever. And I'm not paying attention to the song because I don't know what the song is.
Yeah,
So then after we just continue the party, we leave, we go our separate ways, and we go home. I get 10 missed calls the next day. What the fuck? I'm like, what's wrong with y'all niggas, bro? Then I realized it's national incident. It's on the news. I'm like, what's going on? Like,
hold on, ladies. You guys did? Who here saw the video? You saw the video?
Who hasn't?
Yeah, yeah. You guys have seen. Okay, got it.
So then I'm like, bro, I got my manager's Jewish, my business partner's Jewish, my friends are Jewish.
Yeah,
I'm in the community where like we're in Miami Beach. It's Jewish owned and run.
Yeah,
like, and then now here's the weird part, right? Because after this, like everyone's like, oh, you know what? It's not on me. Let's get this shit off because it's fucked up. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna call who I need to call. I hit up obviously, certain people in the community.
Yeah,
I'm cool with some owners. And listen, you guys know me for a long time. I've been here for 12 years. I'm not with that shit. Fresh, we know you're good. Blah blah blah. Here's the weird part though. Then Andrew goes on PVD, and then they try to, they kind of roast him a little bit. That goes viral. Snicko's like, oh, bro, this is fucked up. Da, da, da. So he's talking about it on his show as well. Go back and forth.
Yeah.
Long story short, no one wants to take the blame because it's fucked up, and people are doubling down as well. So
yeah, I mean, Nick doesn't seem to.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't seem. I saw a clip of Nick saying just doubling down on this whole thing.
Yeah,
and then I saw Andrew and Sneeko going back to.
They don't
back
go outside. They're not like me and you. We don't.
Yeah.
They don't socialize. We socialize all the time.
Again, one more time.
I was amazed you got Myron out.
One more time. I want to say this again. Shout out to Dave Grutman. Shout out to Jason Strauss. We love you guys. This is not we.
Shout out to Dave Grutman as well.
There is no way we would have done this. Yeah.
And look. Dave is an amazing guy. Bro.
He is an awesome guy. Yeah.
Business mogul.
Yes.
Nice guy.
I've learned so much. I met him at Harvard. I went to go see when Harvard Business School did a business.
Always
study
took care of me and my people
yes.
when I go. So nothing bad about Dave at all.
Yeah.
Now at the same time, Dave is like, "Yo, this is crazy. I'm outraged. Is this insane?"
Yeah.
So from what I heard, the city's after the club, and they fired some people.
Yes, three people apparently were fired. Yes.
Yeah. So to me, it's bad because they lost their jobs because they did something that they didn't know about.
No, here's the other thing: if they're not live streaming, there's no way nobody ever finds out about this. I don't think anybody ever finds
100%.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the sad part of it because like they lost their jobs and that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, no one really cares, bro. Honestly, like look from a long term point of view, people that are watching, they don't really care. It's a song, they're like whatever, move on. But the community cares because it's about them.
Okay, so you saw afterwards Kanye West took out a page. We just lost a light in here. Kanye West took out an article in the New York Times or New York Post apologizing for the song. Did you see this?
So, okay, there's some backstory here.
Yeah.
When I was on my phone calls.
By the way, he talked to Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate said this indirectly when he was on Jack Neal. He said that he spoke to Kanye.
So I spoke to Kanye's people as well.
Yeah.
Because I was definitely like, yo, this needs to be fixed ASAP.
Yeah.
And obviously he wasn't like happy about it because he's trying to move on with his career. And I was in the past, it wasn't the best song he ever made for obvious reasons. Now at the same time though, he put out a statement as you guys saw after, and I said on my show, listen guys, he's not happy with it. It's fucked up. It was oh fresh, you're hating, bro. You don't know Kanye, bro. He told us. You know what I'm saying. So anyhow, long story short, that happened, and everyone's mad at us.
Yeah,
because we were there. However, if you notice, I'm not in the photos. I'm in one clip there because I don't want to be around that stuff, bro. Like I'm not political at all.
Yeah.
So in general, I'm pretty much good to go, but they're kind of fucked.
I went and looked, and it seems to me, and I don't want to misrepresent him, but it seems to me that Sneeko is not disowning that he did it. He's upset why so many people are tripping about that. And then the VIP host who was on the phone with him saying that he was banned from every nightlife venue. I think I know who that guy is.
Orel.
Oh, is that who it was?
Amazing curator.
Okay.
For experiences.
Okay, got it.
In New York, Miami.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. Known him for years. Here's the issue, right? Listen. You could say we're all part of it, but for one, I didn't know about that song.
Yeah.
One. If I knew what it was, never would have said to the guy,
yeah,
hey, they need a song.
I'd heard it before, and if I was with you guys and I'd heard that song, I mean, I would have ran over a cocktail server and probably like I just because guys, regardless of what you think, okay, I'm not making a statement about Israel and Palestine right now. It is so bad for business to do something like that.
Terrible.
It's just bad because there's one thing about like just so we're clear, Dave Grutman did not ban them from all these nightlife groups or all these locations because of their viewpoints on the internet about Israel and Palestine. He didn't ban them for that. He did not ban them for the Cookie Monster shirt. He did not ban them for that. He banned them because they went into a venue. Now, by the way, Dave Grutman does not own Vendome. There's another nightlife group that does. But he went in there and they basically said the thing you're not supposed to say in the place. I don't know who owns Vendome, but I know they're probably associated with Dave in some way. And that's
They're not.
Well, I'm saying they're not.
They're French Arabic. But
Okay.
But just at your point, imagine I go to your backyard.
Yeah, that's what that was my point.
And I spit in your face.
Yes.
Not only do I spit in your face, then I slap you.
Yeah.
You're gonna be pissed off, right?
And then you complain. Well, what about my First Amendment rights? Again, no one banned you for what you said on Rumble and Kick. Okay, we're not making a statement about that. Nobody banned you for what you said on Rumble and Kick. Nobody banned you for what you said on YouTube. Nobody banned you for what you said on Twitter. They banned you because you went into their venue and you know, it's one thing to talk shit on the internet and another one to go to somebody's house and threaten their kids. Like that was a little bit different. I know it's an extreme example, but you
someone
can't
said
do that.
Fresh heard a song before. Listen, nigga, this needs to be said straight because you're retarded. I live in Miami. It's my home. Why would I play a song like that in Miami? It's retarded. Like, guys, do you understand? I'm not political at all. I think it's retarded as well. I'm into making people with connections, value, and getting girls. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
All other shit is retarded, bro.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so long story short, bro, that happened. I had to make some phone calls, tell people what happened behind the scenes, and we're good. But I think Clive went to go meet Dave and David Ehorn for a meeting. They understood what he's doing, his content. He's a kid, bro. He's 20 years old.
Yeah.
So he didn't know what's happening. Single's doubling down. That's on him. Myron doesn't give a fuck. Andrew's focusing on business now.
Yes.
And Nick is just like, fuck it. We're doing the movement, whatever. I am like, bro, this is retarded.
Yes.
I don't want no part of it. I was just there as with Andrew, and that shit happened. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. That was a
Wow.
wild international
But
incident.
I'll say this though. If I wasn't known before, nigga, everyone knows me now, bro. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I was gonna say,
And
wow.
so I was in the gym, right? And this guy, this Jew, is like, yo, bro, listen, Fresh. We talked real quick. I was like, okay. He's like, bro, come real quick. So we talked. He's like, listen, I know you're a good dude. I've seen you around in Miami a lot.
Yeah.
I know you're not like this, but your boys, it's on site. I'm like, yo, it's on site? What does that mean, bro? So I don't know. At this point, I'm not in that shit. That's on them, and they can do what they want. But that's what
The other thing I want to say is like Myron has been very loyal to us. Obviously, you guys. This is not a judgment on him. I'm just saying we would not have done that. Like that is not something we would have been a part of.
Crossed my mind.
And when I watched the first thing I look for, everyone else is looking for Andrew Tate. The first thing I'm looking for is Fresh and Waller. That was the first two things, and nobody talks about this. Waller's walking off. You are not singing the song. No. I saw that, and I was like, okay, this is. And by the way, to his credit, Fuentes and Myron have both said this. Don't fight this battle. They're trying to fight a battle. They don't think everybody else should join in because you're going to get canceled. You will get canceled for doing something like this, rightly or wrongly. I'm just saying that, like, when I saw that, I was like, holy crap. Because my friends were like, oh, man, we should have been in Miami. And I'm like, fuck no. You see the Brandon Carter video?
If you want a PR crisis, translation, that's where you want to be.
Brought to you by Casamigos.
Yeah. There you go. Did you see the Brandon Carter video?
No.
Yeah, Brandon was like, hey, listen, there's things that me and Myron disagree about, but it's like Waller was like, hey, wish you were here. And Brandon Carter was, LOL, glad I wasn't. That's what he said.
So I'll say this about Myron, right?
Yeah.
Stand-up guy, one of the best in the industry.
Yes.
Hardest working. And this is his belief. You know what I'm saying? This is what he's about. And I feel him. That's him. But to say everyone's like that, it's not true. So Andrew's focused on business. Waller's focused on business as well. It is what it is. But is it fucked up? Yeah, it happened. In Miami Beach, where that's a community. So I think for most people watching, it's like, it's funny, but it's not because that's where they live.
Yes.
Imagine, like I said before, someone's in your backyard, spitting and slapping you in the face.
Yes.
So again, is it international? Yes. It's a good no.
And the other issue is, Andrew did not apologize because he's like, I didn't play the song. And then just let's bring up the other point that Andrew Tate's grandfather fought in World War II. Yeah. And so for our side. And so that's for me as a U.S. military member, it's like, I'm not offended, but there's no way in hell I would have played that song. Yeah. And it does kind of rub me a little bit the wrong way that it's like, hey, they were the side that we were fighting against,
So I have a question for you, Sartain and Rolo, right? If you were in that environment, right? And let's say you're a creator, business.
Yeah.
Someone asks you for advice. Hey, Sartain and Rolo, is that good PR? What would you say?
So it depends on what you're willing to give up. If you're willing, so like you I know you've seen Neon before, right?
Yeah.
Neon clearly wants, and same thing with Adam 22. They want to be the cuck. They like
Yeah.
so the worst thing in the world for Adam 22 is if he had you saw that fight he had with Jason Love this weekend.
So I'm gonna go on No Jump
That
on
was
Friday.
not a fight.
I'm not gonna hold you. I said, Adam, bro, I love you, dog, but what is this? He's
Yeah,
like, so it's funny. I'm like, Adam,
It is
funny.
funny. Okay, but the thing is with Adam is the worst thing in the world. You should tell him I said this.
I have that video.
The worst thing in the world that could have happened to Adam 22 is had he beaten Jason Love. Because if he beats Jason Love, then he's the alpha man defending his woman, and he's not the cuck anymore. How does he make $10 million? By being the cuck. That's that's his role. That's his position. Same thing with Neon.
Professional wrestling.
Like he's a professional wrestler, but his wrestling name is the cuck. That's what he is. And I'm not trying to make, but Adam 22 is brilliant in the things that he's doing, but he's deliberately doing. You saw that thing where they had the poster board of Jason Love, and then him and Lena are like kissing the poster board while it's in the bed, because he needs to be. If he is the cuck, he gets paid. And that's the difference. Neon, it's one of these things. It's like if he's the dorky Indian dude getting cheated on by his girlfriend, he gets paid more, right? And that's the thing. Like I do admire about Andrew and some of these other content creators is like, I don't need to be the cuck or the butt of the joke in order for me to get clients or for me to get followers. Some of these guys, they do. They want to go. They want to go as far down this direction as they can. Yeah. And so that's why I was saying in that situation, like that, there's nothing else Adam 22 can do.
Yeah. One more thing. This nigga says, what did he say? He said, 1 second here. This is nigga retarded as well. He said, Precious lying, trying to do damage control for lying on Sneeko. He caught in 4K. First of all, nigga, I never lied. I said before, Sneeko played it in the van. He was there when the song was made, and he knows about the song. Bro, I don't know shit about that song. And if I did, I'd never play the club.
Listen, it seems to me, this is from what I've seen, is that Sneeko, Clav, and Nick are they're saying we played it. I don't think they're or at least we sung it. And what seems to me is that you, Justin, and like Myron didn't play it, but he was still singing it, and that you, Justin, Andrew, and Tristan weren't. That's what it seems like to me, but I could be wrong about that. That's what it looked like.
That's facts. But again, like we're not there to like cause problems. You know, it's like we're there with the boys. We're out.
Yeah.
Chill night. That's it.
Well, to go back to what you said before, like I do believe that, especially within clavicular situation, for him this was a positive. As crazy as that sounds, because he's like, there's this road you can go down that didn't exist a long time ago. This uncancelable road.
Right
Meaning
now.
the more
Right now.
the more offensive that you become, the more you get canceled, and then you return from cancellation. You know, you see all the shows Nick Fuentes is going on now. When you return from the ashes from cancellation, now you're like Teflon.
Wait, hold on. Let me stop you right there. So I have friends.
Yeah.
Very high places. Tech CEOs, AI contributors, and it seems that way for now. But at some point, it's going to stop. I'll tell you what. Who owns AI?
A lot of either Indian or Jewish.
Okay, so
content
imagine.
creators.
I don't know who my enemies are,
Mhm.
but now I do. So guess what? If I have control, what's the next step? So if you notice, look at YouTube's algorithm, right?
Yeah.
They cut out AI slop. So they terminated like over 3 million accounts.
They cut out what?
So
AI
they
content,
terminated
yeah.
over 3 million accounts on YouTube.
Oh wow, okay.
For AI slop. Using the AI algo. What's next? Can you guess?
I don't know.
Everything else.
Hate speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anti-Semitism.
I think
anti-Semitism
At that
next.
point, everyone that's pushing those agendas are gone.
Right.
Now there's a new world order where it's only what they want. So as someone that's in social media, I'm like, okay, what's the long-term plan here? Because if you go down that path, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So to me, it's like, is it worth it? Fuck no.
Okay, so I think for you and me, because we're businessmen, it's not worth it. I think Rollo's got to sell books. I have payment processors. It's definitely not worth it for me. And I have I very much look up to Adam Sosnick is one of my close friends, and Dan Fleischman and guys like that. So for me, there's no way I think it's a good idea. But for other people, you can become like, do you understand? Like Nick and Myron is going to be famous forever.
Yes.
He is. No matter what you think, no matter how much you dislike him, Myron is going to be famous forever.
Facts.
Even if all they did was ratio him down to Rumble, he will be.
He was built for this, bro.
20, 40
Like,
million
you could-
views
you could hate Myron?
a month. Yeah.
You talk shit about Myron? You know what Myron has that nobody has? Insane tenacity.
Yes.
And drive that no one. Can
Yeah,
even
exactly.
match.
Yeah.
So as a streamer, him and Speed are one of the best, I think, in the industry. Because they work hard and they don't stop.
Yeah.
But obviously, his views are different than most people. So
yeah, I wouldn't. So what I'm saying is, I wouldn't do what Myron is doing, but at the same time, I know from watching how cancel culture works, the more you try to cancel Andrew, Myron, and Nick, the more they will come back and they will be even more powerful in the future and more influential. So the answer is what I've been saying for the longest time is like, the more you get offended by this content, the more power you give it. Right. Just like when people talk shit about you on YouTube, the more you respond to what they're saying, the more power you give them. And it's so the extreme bombastic responses might not be the right strategy.
But there is a end of the road where like I see it happening. And Andrew spoke about this before, because look at Andrew Tate, most Google man in the world. Everyone knows who he is. And at some point, what's the next step? Which is, okay, we can't cancel him.
Yeah.
His family's going to be okay.
He said this before. Yeah.
And then death is next step.
The only thing they can do left is kill him. Yeah.
So at some point, rubber meets the road, and then what do you do? So I'm of the opinion, yeah, tell people the truth enough to understand.
Yeah.
But walking over that hill, I don't know about that, because then it's like, what do you have after that?
Yeah.
Because you know what happens with that? As a creator, the audience is like, yeah, go down this road, go push this agenda. But then it's like, hold on a second here. If you die or you like fall off, you're gonna say, oh, you're retarded, you're dumb, haha. I'm gonna watch somebody else. Is that smart?
Yeah.
So I get it. Die for your cause, be a martyr. But to me, bro, I'm trying to live with Fox the Hose, man. Like, all that shit's cool, but like, nah.
Well, I was gonna say is like we're looking at like censorship right now.
Yep.
Sneeko can say whatever the hell he wants, but I don't see Britain, allocating 20 million British pounds to institute classes in their schools so that young boys don't become like Andrew Tate by name. So the thing is like Andrew's become a sort of a household name right now. He's in the UK, he's basically Osama bin Laden.
Yeah,
they just need a boogeyman
because he keeps embarrassing them. He keeps humiliating.
They need a boogeyman, and he's their boogeyman. But that's not all. Like you just had the UK, you had Canada, and you had Australia all at the same time trying to ban Twitter in their countries. Why? Because they don't like what goes on this show. They don't like what goes on your show. They don't like any of this stuff that they consider anything red pill ends up becoming misogynistic, and we don't want to have that on there. They're not banning Blue Sky. They're not banning any liberal voices. They're specifically banning Twitter because Elon Musk allows it.
But they don't want free speech. So even in Australia, I get called an industry disruptor for having just an opinion.
You're from Australia?
Yes.
Didn't they just ban like certain words you can't say?
Yeah,
yes.
So it's pretty bad over there right now.
Damn.
But yeah, so
that's cooked.
It's but I'm very open. I come to the show a few times now, and I love it. I like
what?
to give my opinion.
I can tell you're
and
very open.
It's like I think you should be able to talk, and the Twitter thing and stuff.
Yeah.
Free speech.
What words do they ban? What words do they ban?
There's a whole thing right now, and there's a lot of new laws going on at the moment where you can and can't say. If I have stuff on my Instagram, for example, it gets taken off straight away.
Wow.
Yeah, it's they're censoring a lot of stuff at the moment, which is ironically, I feel is it's you're making a society to be how you want it to be.
An echo chamber.
Let it be you.
Yeah. So I think we're saying the two things at the same time. Number one, freedom of speech in the United States is it's our First Amendment, freedom of expression, freedom of assembly. But also the repercussions of your free speech are also part of free speech. And what I mean by that is I have the right to say things on YouTube to defame you, and then you have the right to then sue me. The end of free speech is like I can express myself by swinging my fists around until I get to your face. Then I can no longer express myself. I can't walk into a crowded movie theater and scream fire, and I can't make threats towards sitting political officials, those things to incite violence. I can't do those things. But other than that, I can say whatever I want. Just like Alex Jones had the right to say that Sandy Hook was faked, then the families had the right to then sue him afterwards because they weren't faked. So that's essentially what the way freedom of speech works.
Real quick. So I have some billionaire friends, right? Very successful, and they're in tech. And they told me something that's very important. They're like, you know what? You can have free speech, say whatever you want, but you want to have paid speech. And I thought about it like, okay, I get that. But then they also mentioned to me like, saying whatever you want comes with a price. So is it worth what you're getting in return?
Yes.
And honestly, man, like, do people really care? Because look at it. We're all fucked, bro. Like, think about it. The dollar is going down. Gold and silver is up. The economy is going down as well. What's the angle here? Because to me, it's like, if you're not making money for your family, what are you doing?
Yeah.
So if it's bad for business, why go down that path for you and your family?
What do you think happens if they do the exact same thing at a nightclub in London?
Oh yeah, no.
It's jail.
Arrest.
It's
arrest.
It's absolute jail. Yeah,
Probably for life, probably. And then,
yeah.
But again, I just question for the audience, like, if you have a family to take care of, and this is your sole way of making money, why do that to yourself? You know. And even as far as like just having content, yeah, it's cool and funny, but like, at what point do you say, you know what? All right, what's the real value here? You know?
Yeah.
I think though that some people's value is their opinion, and they think they can make a difference. And so I'll rebut that a little bit. Sorry.
Well, so-
I think that rebuttal in that way is that they may think they can make a difference with their opinion.
Well, okay, so I've met people at the very top, right?
Mm-hmm.
They look at us as like ants. They don't give a fuck about us. However, here's the question, just to add to your point. If I had the power, and you're on a microphone telling people about my power.
Yeah.
You don't have a military army. You don't have any real power to attack me. It's useless.
But no one had that at the start. So even, for example, like when I come and do these shows, I'm doing it for a reason. I've got a charity and so forth in Australia. My voice getting out, even so small, I help. I think I could hopefully help or do something.
Right, but here's the problem, and I think he's kind of getting to this, is that you if I come on here and I do a podcast, and on the podcast I'm like, hey guys, I need you to listen to audiobooks at double speed. I need you to start drinking a gallon of water every day. This is when you do your cold plunge. This is how I want you to do 5-day splits on your stretching. Here's your reading list. I would get 50 views, 20 views on YouTube. No one would give a shit. If I come on here, hold on, come on. That's my point. It's not about views for me. Let me finish. But if I do this, if I say instead, it's like feminist 304 gets destroyed by red pill content, then I get 100,000 views. So what happens is the algorithm rewards me for being more bombastic. The algorithm rewards me for being ostentatious. And so if the views are all that matter to you, then you don't care about being banned from Komodo. Right? That's what it was saying before. But go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Finish off this, right? So, and that's what I'm saying is, what's important to you and your audience? Now, truth is important. Dating, we need to know what the facts about women and men. Making money, business, very important. However, I think attacking people in general or communities does have some value to critique, but to go at them to attack their actual people, and then what comes for that? Maybe violence.
Yeah.
And then who's to blame? So I think there's a level of responsibility that needs to be had for a creator, because at some point it could turn to violence, and then who's in trouble?
Well, so over Christmas break, I went viral for being 2Cat Karen at the Vegas airport.
Oh boy!
I remember.
That was you. That's me.
That was you.
I'm 2Cat Karen.
Okay, I know. Who
and I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I'm getting my flights, everything's being reimbursed, like everything's good. But the person that filmed me has millions of views, and they're trying to bank off of it. But I'm not a bad person. But now I'm getting threats. Like, I get text messages and phone calls, and from people being like, your parents probably they're probably happy you never made it to Oregon. I was like, well, I still made it back to Christmas. Like, no one actually like listens to what actually happened after the video.
Yeah, they don't see it.
And so, but I mean, for me, because like it got my name out there, like I am getting better business from this bad video that potentially came out, but I'm not a Karen either. Like, I'm not 2Cat Karen, but it's interesting on like how you use it. Like, how are you going to use the viral video,
The PR.
I guess.
Yeah, I think as someone that's like new to the space as well, if you get that viral moment, make yourself, because you might as well. And then
That's
learn
like
from it.
for me, talk about me. Talk about me all goddamn day, because that's good for me, because I didn't do anything wrong.
But how do you put that into a long-term like effect for yourself? Because I think that
I'm working on that still.
Okay, cool. All right.
But I'm like, right now, like I live in Vegas. I walk out of conventions, they're like, "Are you the crazy cat lady?" And I was like, "I am 2Cat Karen." They're like, "But you're not a Karen. Can you get a picture?" You know, like absolutely, you can get a picture.
I would have fangirling on you. Well, you know, it's funny. It's like just recently on I don't know if you guys watched the show Landman, but like I think it was 2 episodes ago where they had Ainsley, who's one with the daughter character that's on there, and she's going into the dorm. You watch Landman,
of course.
And she's going into the new dorm room, and there's the sort of the butch cut, you know, ginger,
non-binary.
Yeah, non-binary. Yes,
Pagan was her name.
Pagan was her name. Yes, and so they have this sort of confrontation between the two of them, where she's saying, "Oh, you got to use my pronouns," and and I have a weasel, and all this other stuff. And after that one episode, it was like, people were either too happy or they were too pissed off about that. And so it was like the people who were sort of like on the more MAGA side of things, they were just like, yeah, finally somebody's saying what we were going to say. And like they're living vicariously through this. And then on the other side, if you're a progressive liberal leftist, wokesy kind of person, all these women would go after the actress who plays Ainsley on there and say, I can't believe you would do that. How can you possibly, like she's actually doing it on the show. Like there's no concept for them. And it reminded me of this. I remember there was it was a Peloton video. It was like around Christmas time. And the story was this lady was given a Peloton by her husband for Christmas. It goes through the year. And at the next Christmas, she's like lost all this weight. She looks great and everything after that. They went after the actor who was the male who played the husband on there. I can't believe you'd make your wife do something like it's like he's an actor, like, but that it just simply doesn't register. And really, what that kind of says to me is like people sort of they can't separate the fantasy from the reality. They can't separate that. I mean, maybe if you're on sort of the MAGA side and you want Ainsley to win, you're like, finally, somebody, you feel good because somebody's like actually. I guess it was Taylor Sheridan was writing the script. So to, point out that this is ridiculous, right? Yeah. Everybody's all on top of it. And the reason why they were on top of it is because it's so rare in Hollywood for that to even happen, right? And then you've got the other people who can't separate the actress from the role she's playing right there. And that's where you get the violence. That's where you get people who go, I'm going to go and punch her in the face when I see her next because she's Ainsley. She's not whatever the actress name, I can't remember.
Did you hear about with Jeffrey Dahmer from the series? And same thing happened with him.
Zac Efron.
They said that he had the same thing after the people about him. He was getting hate mail about. He's like, I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's the same thing with like OF models though, too. You have a guy that thinks that they're like genuinely in a relationship with you, when in reality you have a team of chatters and you don't even know who the hell this person is.
What are you saying? Why are you saying those are all real people? What are you talking about?
Dot.
Please, every OF creator in the city, don't kill me because of what she said. That's oh my god.
Also, I think it pulls into public figures, right? Like sometimes
you have chatters.
Right?
What are those?
We don't necessarily separate the fact that like, hey, public figures also have a role where they're like in an actor position, right? Like it's all persona. Maintaining, persona, your image and what your followers, fan base or like business base comes down to. So we don't give them enough credit for that.
I'll give you a great example of this. Chris Williamson, one time he posts this, he posts a carousel on Instagram, and the carousel, the very first one of the carousel was talking about how astrology was fake because it is. And he was showing all this data showing that astrology was fake. And then, he was showing a study. He said, Chris Williamson said nothing. He just showed the study. What do you think it said in the comments? You're wrong, Chris. Wait a second. Chris didn't say anything. He just showed a study, but you have to say Chris is wrong. Why? Because he's taking away your victimhood. He's taking away your identity. So Chris is wrong, even though he's showing something that is.
It's because you can't tell people. You can't tell people facts without telling them how to feel about those facts. Yeah. That's why. So if that's one of the biggest problems I think you and I run into, or anybody who's in red pill space that is still sort of sticking to their guns and actually talking about intersexual dynamics still to this day. If you give stats, if you get figures, if you get research, you give data and stuff like that, people can't separate that from you telling them what to do. They think it's advice. If I say, what we were just talking about, the wedding ring thing, we've done these studies, blah, blah, blah. Women are more attracted to guys with a wedding ring. If I just say that in the most neutral, most measured, way of doing it, people will think, oh, you should go so you're saying I should go wear a fake wedding ring? That's what they will say because they think that you're giving them some sort of like, you're endorsing this or advocating for this. And it's like and if you don't tell them that, they will insert their own meaning into it. And that's how you get Ainsley and the Peloton.
Yeah, that's wild. All right, you have this one, Fresh, this one's for you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Jesus.
When I was a kid, the qualifiers for being a white supremacist were being white. That was like the main thing. Right now, white supremacists are a rainbow coalition.
You want to pause it?
Who is this nigga, bro?
I did see this. I saw this week.
Okay, so I don't have. Well, yeah,
I saw this week after the.
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
Yeah.
Started from the beginning. It's funny.
Let me pull back.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on.
So when I was a kid, the qualifiers for being a white supremacist were being white. That was like the main thing. Right now, white supremacists are a rainbow coalition. The
He's
new
got the Michael
leaders
Jackson song in
of
the
white
background.
supremacy are 2 biracials from the UK, a Mexican from Chicago, a nigga from Sudan, and a Blasian from New York. Like, what is... Like, for niggas to be against DEI, white supremacy really did add in some diversity, equity, and inclusion. Hey, maybe in like 10 years, the leaders of the Hebrew Israelite movements are gonna be Timothy Chalamet and Chet Hanks.
You notice he didn't mention anything about Jay Waller.
That's pretty funny. What do you guys think about that? The diversity and inclusion.
So
DEI,
I
white
did see
supremacists.
that.
Yeah.
I did see that clip, and I also did see the viral clip that was in Miami, and I thought it was hysterical because when I first saw the viral clip, I was like, wait, like half these people aren't even white. I'm so confused. I'm perplexed on what's
Well,
happening.
I'll tell you what, they don't. I mean, other than maybe Nick, they don't consider themselves white supremacists. That's the issue.
Yeah. And I actually I did live in South Beach. I worked for Dave Brutman, and so
Okay.
I'm familiar with South Beach and the culture. And
Where'd you work?
I opened Story Nightclub.
Whoa.
I'm an OG.
Mm.
I'm an OG. Yeah.
You know how it
Story-
closed?
Of course. Unfortunately,
They changed the laws in South part of South
yeah,
Beach,
you
right?
can't go past.
Yeah,
South and
Pink
Fifth.
Taco is gone too.
Oh,
Yeah.
heartbreaking.
Good old
That place-
days.
the good old days.
Good old days.
By the way, shout out to Komodo
I've been
and
here 12
Poppy
years.
Steak. That big old $1,000 steak they got at
Shout
Poppy
out to
Steak.
Irish Sarah.
Yeah.
We love you, girl. Yeah, like,
Pink Taco is gone.
Oh, it's so good,
No.
brother. It was
I-
Pink Taco was like the poor man's version of the peppermill. That's what it was.
I have gone there with Donovan Sharp to Pink Taco
Ah,
back in the day. Yeah, I think you were with us.
I said
Who
you
doesn't
went.
love
Yeah, and
a
Hero
Pink
was. Yeah, and
Taco?
Hero
So
was
I
there
took,
too.
I took
Yeah,
Aaron.
yeah.
I took Donovan
Yeah.
and Rolo to Pink Taco.
Pink Taco.
South Beach. That was hilarious back in the day.
That was good food
Yeah.
too.
Good old times.
Yeah.
Okay, so the video. I mean, listen, bro. He's trying to be funny, but at the end of the day, man, you fight for your cause, no matter who you are. Now, color-wise, yeah, it's kind of funny, but I think that the guys that are very top, they don't see color. They just see like people that agree with them or are on the same level, and that's it. But color does matter, I guess, to people's like first aspect.
I feel like I didn't even see you, and I went like when that shit went viral. I went through it, and like I didn't.
Well,
see
to be
you.
fair, I'm so dark you can't see.
I
me.
was just about to say he's under the bed, dark.
Black man, nighttime. Let's go. No, but honestly, man, like again, my scene is not politics. It's more based on like connections,
Yes.
networking, and dating. That's where I
Networking to make money.
That's
Yeah.
why you should move to Vegas.
You know what's crazy? I told her I should get a spot over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Come out this
I got
way.
some realtors
Yes,
for you.
Panorama Tower. You can move from one Panorama Tower to
the other
Are
Panorama
you guys
Tower.
a panorama? Are you a panorama?
well,
of
Oh
course
no.
you are.
Some people let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It seems a little odd though, coming from Australia. Like, can I say this? I might get crucified.
You can say it if you
for
talk
saying
into the
this.
mic.
I hope I'm not. I hope they won't be crucified for saying this.
Oh, mate. Crikey.
I know, right? But you know, we don't have a lot of dark people in Australia, so to speak.
You
but-
don't?
No. And you're
They have
probably-
Aboriginals, but they don't.
I need to go over there.
They don't
Yeah.
talk to them.
I'll go to Australia next
You're
time.
probably one of the darkest people I've met. And I literally, yeah,
Oh, girl.
and I'm saying nice as well. But we don't judge.
I love it, bro.
But over here in America, you guys seem to have this big hook. You guys have this big hookup on dark and white and stuff over here for some reason, and the N-word and stuff. We don't even think about it over there at all. But you say you
People
guys,
get offended. They
you
get
guys
hurt.
over here have a big thing about it.
Because we had like segregation 50 years ago. It was like a big deal. Kind of not that long ago.
My-
That's why.
Yeah, we threw us all over there on an island. We're all Australian and white. So yeah.
Yo, what up? Yo, look who this Clive.
Yeah, you know, he's at Vendome right now. He's trying to smooth things out with the people.
Wait,
there.
is that Clap? Wait,
Yeah.
he's at Vendome
He's
now?
at Vendome. He is at Vendome. Yes.
Wait, are you at Vendome?
He was on Twitter and they were saying he was trying to smooth things over at Vendome. See, I told you.
Okay. Text me, bro, because I'm on live right now. Text me. Cool. All right, bro. So look.
We have a cameo.
Clav-
We have a cameo from
Clav
Clav.
is a young hustler
Yes.
doing content for the people. He loves it. He doesn't understand long-term effects of his actions. He doesn't understand
Sure.
business to that level. So I don't see him as bad because he's just making content. When it comes to real life and consequences, he's gonna learn at some point that it does have some issues where you do certain things, people don't like it.
Yeah, but okay. So to your point, when he runs over that guy in the Cybertruck, you saw Greg Doucette.
Yeah.
Self-defense.
Okay, so right. But when
Self-defense.
Greg Doucette is like, he called it clavicular homicide.
Clavicular manslaughter.
Whatever. And my point was, and people were asking me these questions. Wow, isn't it crazy? Clavicular is going to get canceled, and I'm like, you think he's going to get fucking canceled? Nobody gets canceled anymore. I was like, I guarantee you, Clavicular will be more popular after running that guy over in his Cybertruck than he was before. And nobody heard me, and he's not canceled. No, there's no way. The more you try to get canceled, the less canceled you can be.
But there is a limit to it, though.
Of course.
And right now we're like in a time of area where you can do this for right now, but it's gonna stop. However, with Clav, he's so like authentic. He's being himself, and he's with Kick. Kick is the protect. Look, Kick is one of those platforms where like you can do anything, you'll be fine. But you know why?
More
though,
so
right?
than Rumble?
Yeah, because they have no sponsors.
Oh, got it.
All they have is Stake, and Stake owns Kick. So like they have unlimited money and no sponsors, so they can do anything and say anything. So honestly, you can't get canceled on there because you're protected. However, if Kick goes down, what do you have?
Yeah.
So I think he'll be fine. Clav is he's getting smarter for sure. But see, he wants to go out and do more. And I'm proud of him. He works hard. Good creator. Look, the shit he does online, I couldn't even imagine doing that online. He's hilarious.
Is
bro.
he the one that admits to doing meth?
Yes.
Okay, just make sure.
Prescription though.
Yeah.
He's got a prescription.
Prescription.
Right.
But he's pushing the envelope of like as a creator what you can do.
Yes.
Look at Myron. He changed people's rhetoric online, not overnight, but like over a period of time because he said, you know what? I'm gonna say the truth at all costs. You know, we're demonetized.
Well, I'll say this. I don't think Clav would feel comfortable saying the things he's saying if it hadn't been for Myron first.
Well, Myron paved the way for everybody.
Yes, correct.
to come in.
Well, Andrew and Myron kind of
Andrew and
paved the way,
Yeah.
and that is the reason why Kamala Harris mentions the two of them.
In the
I think it's page 176 in her memoirs.
There you go.
She specifically names Andrew Tate and Myron Gaines as part of the reason why she lost the election.
Yeah, 100%. Again, free speech.
She lost it because she's a bitch. Sorry.
There you go.
I'm from the Bay. We don't claim her. Not even the liberals from the Bay came here. I'm just trying to say we don't claim her.
Yeah,
Sorry.
we like real freedom, but
Point of difference, I say. Point of difference will always get you.
She imprisoned hella
hold on.
black
So,
men.
question:
Sorry.
Australia, right? I've seen baddies from Australia all over Instagram. I need to go over there myself, but what's it like? Would I be the only black guy over there?
If you want to get eaten by the most 20th venomous animals on the,
The
planet,
12
come on over.
What?
It's a death
I
world.
believe 12 of the 20 most venomous snakes on Earth are all in Australia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on over.
I believe that is the case. Yeah. It's very, very dangerous
Okay.
in there. Yeah.
Maybe not.
My perception of Australians, they're like all so beautiful, but like because they have this great accent, it's hard for me to tell if they're bullshitting me. Right? I'm like, oh,
We
thank
need to
you.
get
I'm
Sterling
so
Cooper in
rude.
here, don't we?
Like, it's hard. I'm like,
We're the opposite, I think. We're very true and authentic. We say how it is. You know,
Okay.
like we could probably offend you. And,
well,
you
that's
know,
how people from the Bay are. We're
Yeah,
straight
it is
shooters.
how it is.
Wait, how old are you?
Old enough to know better and
That's
young
the
enough to still do it
answer.
well.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
How old are you?
30.
And you?
30.
42.
Wow. Is that true?
Oh yes.
She's not lying.
I'm like a grown woman.
What the fuck?
Who
That's
would
the
lie about
answer.
42?
The answer. Loves it.
Nat.
How old are you?
29.
Okay.
How old are you?
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay, you can call
35.
me.
Is
You
it
can call me.
35?
35.
So wait, what am I? Am I
Dami,
am I
mommy.
45?
45. there
I'm
you go.
45.
There you go.
Okay.
Are you
Fine.
45?
It's
You can call me
quite
Dami,
45.
mommy.
It's funny that question at age. I'd rather ask me my breast size rather than age. Like
Oh,
it's kind of
honey,
like
I'm looking up
the
right now.
age-
Oh, honey,
the
I'm
age
looking up
thing
right now.
with
He's
I'm
a
looking
man.
up.
He's a man of God.
I'm
From
looking up.
Barbados.
I'm
He's a
looking
man
up.
of God.
The age thing, I hate that question.
You're not looking at my eyes. I'm looking at your heart.
I'm
No,
looking
but
up right now.
as a woman of a particular age, I love it. Like it's just really does feel.
Yeah, but
it
it's
feels
still
fucking
like,
great.
better,
I feel
better
great.
question. Respectfully.
Better
No.
question.
That was it.
I was never raised to feel.
How many
shameful about
CCs?
it.
Now at the moment 1400, hopefully going 2000 soon.
You know what?
You have boobs? I couldn't even
I
tell.
know,
I
right?
didn't
You know
see that.
How many surgeries?
3.
Wow.
What'd you do? Just boobs and what else?
Just boobs.
That's it?
Yeah.
Increase
I've got-
escalation.
I've got a few others I'd like to do. I'd like to have my ribs broken. I'm in talks with a surgeon in LA about getting that done. But yeah, we'll see.
That's next on
What's
the
the
horizon.
goal with the surgeries though?
Because I like the aesthetic look. I feel like same thing. When I feel good about how I look, I feel confident and so forth. It's not for anyone else, it's for me. Yeah, I just like it.
You guys got Clav. We have September Summer.
What? She's looks maxing.
Yeah, she's looks maxing.
Do I stand real quick?
1400
But you
cc's.
guys tell us that's our value in women, like in society. So of course, like
We're
just as-
appreciating the value right now.
Yeah, just as men are trying to get more money, women are trying to get.
How tall
more.
are you?
Oh my God, look at
5'1"?
Oh,
Okay.
she's so beautiful. Look at
There you go.
this.
So listen, I'm all for people looking better. But at any expense, I don't know. You know, that's another question until. But yeah, if you're happy.
Yeah, I'm not. No offense to them. I'm not going to break my face.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be ugly. I don't give a shit.
No,
I'm
but
just
you'll
gonna-
break your balls for more money.
for more money.
Exactly,
Yes,
right. So
right.
that
Yeah.
is like men are about money and women have to be about looks, and it is what it is. And so like women have to break our face to increase our value.
And
You guys
sometimes
are
they
telling
say
us that.
Again, let's reiterate. Let's reiterate. We're talking about
And-
sexual market value, not your value. Your value is a
Of course
human
not.
value.
I
yeah,
read
personal
books for my value.
Yes,
Like,
correct.
but yeah,
Your
of course.
sexual market value. The sexual market value is
Like,
not
Absolutely,
determined
I've
by
got
us.
a plethora, but you know,
Yes, read a book to increase your personal value.
Sending you my latest book.
All right, cool. Do you have that one?
Read Sex at Dawn.
Speaking of contrast, look at these jokers right here.
Oh yeah. So guys, Rolo.
I'm as white as you are black.
So like, if I had a dad, right, that was still alive, it'd be Rolo, because he's coached me on so many things, told me the truth to my face, and like as a friend, he's always there. So Rolo, question for you, brother.
Sure.
If you could tell the younger version of me,
oh God,
advice on the camera, what would it be?
Advice on the younger version of you?
Yeah, because
like how young are we talking? Like 18, 15,
Like
25?
25.
25.
When you met me, yeah.
Because
I made some mistakes, of course, right?
Well, it's funny because I always get this, like people always ask me, like, hey, what would you tell your younger self, right? Like my younger self wouldn't listen to a damn thing I would say.
Facts.
But, you know, let's see, buy Bitcoin right now and just like sit on top of Bitcoin.
Chelsea Miguel?
Yes,
Charlie?
buy Bitcoin and stay on. I mean, because you're talking about what if we went back like 10 years or something like that. Yeah, buy Bitcoin. No, I mean, as far as like lifetime advice, just continue doing what you're like. You're in a good spot, man. I mean, one of the things that gets me is like when I hear like guys will say, well, don't follow any guy or any guru who you wouldn't want to trade lives with. And I'm like, who the fuck thinks like I don't want to trade lives with anybody, right? I like where I'm at, like what I do right now. Are there other people that are more successful?
That's also
sure, but like, I don't think anybody would answer that question and say, well, I want to be be somebody
there's a lot of people read your book who would trade places with you. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah,
You're 57 and can squat 400 something pounds.
Yeah,
like they can't do that.
small
So
cars.
that's it.
Yes.
That's my. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I know people out there laughing or whatever. No, it's true. There are people who like their lives are
so boring.
I think they would like the position and the status
Or the
if
idea
they
of
could
it.
keep their own identity.
If you guys saw the residuals from his books, you would trade places.
You would trade.
Yes.
But they can't have
W.
that though. They
Huh?
can't have that if they try.
Yes.
That's the whole
And you know what
thing.
you need?
Well, that's what
You might
should
not have
be.
known that song, but I would have introduced you to Steel Panther a lot sooner.
Yes.
than
And
I
we
did.
would have got banned in 2 seconds. Mega banned.
That would get you banned on this show. Anyway. Yes.
Do you want to do that next one? Let's check out this one, guys.
Which one are we doing now? I want to. Okay.
Yeah. That's the one.
There we go.
Been catfished.
Okay. Tell me
I
more.
want him to act like he look. He got muscles on top of muscles. I thought when we got married, it was gonna be like Ving Rhames in the kitchen, butt ass naked, bang, bang, bang with my eggs. He be making eggs and put it on a tray with a fucking flour. He has his shirt off on all of his Instagram photos, baby oil. It's just like dripping all over him. He be pouring water all over me. I thought I was getting that. I thought I was getting like a supermodel, like fuck boy, like yeah, like.
I was working out and it was hot and I put water on my body. It wasn't baby oil, it was just sweat. Oh. I don't do those things.
I thought I was gonna get me like, choke. I got like a little choke. He don't want to choke nobody. He want to go on picnics and play Uno.
Can I interrupt?
No. Listen, I want a picnic that leads to dick. And all his picnics just be having fun. Where's the fun if there's no sex? I got allergies. He want to bring Claritin D. The only D I need is his dick. I would like to have a stuffy nose, and I want to choke on some dick with a stuffy nose.
Well, I have Sudafed as well if you ever need that.
I just want to make sure I heard that correctly. You're
gotta
going
be
to choke on
true.
some dick with the stuffy nose.
Is that her husband?
That sounds like
Yes.
a good time to me.
Hold on. Hold on.
He caring about
Is this real?
Yeah. Well,
No, of
no.
course it's not.
This is staged.
I was about to say that's incredible for him to be like that passive. But
Have you, ladies, have you ever been in the situation where you meet a guy and physically he's what you like, and then he talks his way out of vagina? Raise your hand if that's ever happened? Wow, we're all just gonna lie. We're all just gonna lie today.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Especially in Miami, especially.
In the DMs, I'm like, oh my god, you're like cute and have a body and are successful, and then like they slide in the DMs fucked up, or they'd be like, send up. It's just weird, and I'm like, oh, I'm all set. Like it's very. I'm sure you maybe teach your.
I teach guys to never hit on women. Period.
Yeah, it's so precarious. It's so precarious because they could be a triple threat, and the second I'm like, that's all. That'll do it. I'm all set.
For me to hit on a woman, she has to do something to deserve me hitting on her.
I mean,
that's it.
1,400 cc's.
You know, I'm clearly very grown. I'm a grown woman. Like I'm very assertive, and so I don't know. That's just how I feel. Yeah.
Go ahead, Crystal.
It's the mystery that you like, that you crave. It's like you keep asking questions and you don't know the answer, but you want to know more. And then it just keeps you guessing on your toes. And I don't know, it's exciting but scary, but also
the intrigue.
How about a man who leads? I think that's what she was looking for.
Which is exactly
well, that's very
you still
misogynistic
have
for you guys to clap at
You've
that.
got to keep up the mystery. You have to keep up the unknowability.
No, we love men. We love safe, divine masculinity. Like us, we love it. It's just few and far between.
It's incredibly misogynistic what you just said. We're going to get canceled. What a patriarchal belief that men should lead.
I just like.
I
mean, it's just.
I feel like I run into that a lot in Vegas, where men look good and then they come up to me with confidence, and then 2 seconds after the initial approach, it just becomes so weird, and I don't know what happens or why.
It's because they open up their mouth.
Open up their mouth.
No,
yeah,
but
they're so hot and they open up their mouth.
I feel like what happens is that they basically watch like Mike's classes on like how to approach women, but then have nothing to say after that.
Okay, I got it from here. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, like it's one of those.
If they were watching my classes on how to approach women, they would not hit on you, and it would not be weird.
They only got the first 2 episodes down, and then after that,
that is
like,
true.
Oh shit, she's not pushing me away. What do I do now? Like,
as somebody who was born and raised in Miami, it's not what I'm used to. What I'm used to is like men that do lead, men that will ask you on dates, men that do. And I tell my friends all the time, I almost want to move back to Florida because I felt like I had a better and healthier dating life there than I do here. Yeah, I don't date here at all. At all. Well, it's not toxic. It's just crazy. Like the craziest dates I have ever been on were here, and it was first dates, and I was like scared and never wanted to leave the house again.
Why did you move to Vegas then?
I actually had an ex move me out. So we were together when we moved out here, and I really like it here. I met friends here. I met Mike and come on this all the time. So it's like,
wait, hold on. You come on this?
Wait, hold on. Listen,
on this show.
Hold on. All you guys in the chat. All you guys in the chat. Hold on. Wait. Time out. All you guys in the chat who think you can change her, who think you can make Natalie the what, who think you can change Natalie and make her happy, put a 1 in the chat. If you guys can, we're gonna put her IG in the description there. Okay.
Oh wait,
all the guys who can change her. All the guys who can change her. She's coming up. Well, you guys apply. Okay.
You've been in Vegas for
I'm
how long?
so nervous now that he just said that. I'm like, well, don't put my IG. I want to say it's been over a year, and I just want to clarify if I'm coming on anything, it'd be his super hot girlfriend over him. No offense.
Wait, you have a girlfriend?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Hey, what's going on, guys? What's happening? Huh? What's going on? I'm a man of God.
I must miss a lot here, man.
We'll talk later. We'll talk afterwards.
You're a little late.
Nah, I've been on the loop for a while.
We'll talk afterwards. Cool. We'll talk afterwards.
Congrats,
I was gonna say just more on that dynamic though. It's like whenever, like, okay, you know Clav better than I do, and I really want to like the guy because I have used some of his videos and like my openers on The Rational Male. But like when I'm seeing him interact with women, it's like he's really, I mean, he's got the look, right? So women are intrigued by his look and they want to hang out with him. But it seems like when he's like trying to interact with them, it falls apart for him.
Socially clunky, I like to call them.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen people say, "Hey, the reason why women are talking to Clavicular is because he has a streamer with him, and there's a big light shining on him." And then I've heard Clavicular say, "The reason I got rejected by a woman is because I was streaming." I'm like, it can't be both.
No, it is both. I'll tell you why. We have a camera on you with a light. People think you're famous.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah.
Girls are like, "Oh, who is that guy?"
Yeah.
So by default,
it's
I'm gonna talk to him to see who he is. And then number 2 is, all right, he is clavicular. He's everywhere. TikTok, social media. So it's kind of like both factors, I would say.
Sure.
Yeah.
What just out of curiosity, is it an iPhone on a gimbal and a light? What is it? What is he actually using?
Last time I checked, it was a camera.
It's an actual camera.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
But does he have it strapped? How does he Bluetooth it to be online?
He has the lapel mics.
No, I saw that. He's got the
Sorry,
Rode or
the
DJI
Rode-
mic.
the Rode or
Is he,
DJI.
he's not using an Osmo, is he? Is that what he's? You can stream from an Osmo.
Last time I saw, he was using a camera.
It's just so like a
big camera.
a big camera
Yeah.
on a gimbal,
Like the
and
movie, like the movie.
and he's
one.
live streaming with a big camera.
Yes, camera.
That's
He's
okay.
got his own- he's
Well,
got his
wait,
own
can
deal.
I ask? We're talking about like girls rejecting him while he's streaming. Does he think it's like decent women or just in general? Because I feel like the women that you would go for that are quote unquote decent wife material, whatever you want to call them, I don't think they're gonna want to jump in front of a camera.
Well, he
while
doesn't
streaming.
think there's any wife women.
To that point,
Right, but like
hold on.
that's
Hold
what I
on,
mean. Like the
Amy.
girls that
But
are jumping
to that
in aren't
point,
that.
if you're worth your salt, you're not gonna go on camera and say, "Oh yeah, here's my phone number." It looks kind of weird. So what I'll say is, he doesn't give a fuck. It's like meeting girls out in public, look at your phone number, smash. That's it. As far as quality girls go, I don't think they'd be on camera saying, "Hey, so and so." So I think in that aspect in Miami, just purely fun. But Rolo, to your point with Clav himself, I think Clav is focused on content as terms of like talking to girls and see what happens. He's not focused on should I approach better. He's like, "Oh, I'm Clav. What's up?"
Yeah, he's still. I know he's still funny in his voice.
Yeah.
I'm going to play this really quick because I thought this was pretty
Looks matter so much more because your personality is correlated with your looks via the halo effect. If two people were into video games and one of them was good looking and one of them was not, the good looking guy might be, oh, that's really interesting. That's a unique hobby you have. Might be how someone will react, and they might call the unattractive person playing video games just a nerd. So people are going to perceive your personality, your interests, your hobbies vastly different if you're good looking versus not. So it's a direct correlation. It's easy to convince yourself if you're not an attractive person that this is not a metric that matters when it's arguably one of the most important for your overall well-being.
So real quick, to add in Clav's looks with the clout, it's almost unbeatable.
Yeah.
Now,
for sure.
even not having a mouthpiece, like what you said, Rolo, it doesn't matter because he still has both those factors.
Well,
but to be clear though, if he had all three, he's the ultimate Chad.
Well, so the thing is, I think everything Clav is saying is true for Clav. But the problem is, if I'm trying to teach Sandeep from New Delhi, who's 5'3", how to talk to women, I can't do the same things.
He's cooked. He's cooked.
Yeah, but he's not cooked. If he takes my course, I'll show you 100 examples where he's not
looks
cooked.
back some point of view.
Is a real thing.
Yeah.
Big dick energy. You don't have to have a big dick. You just have to have
It is, but hold on.
right.
It is,
Wait,
but
like,
imagine,
don't
right?
you want to back it up?
You don't look the part.
Boy, do I have the video for you.
Right.
Like, if you know how to use it, but it's all the
Yeah, but even with the energy, if it looks terrible or not up to your par, then what's the point of having the energy?
No, because I'm attracted to a certain type, but like there's a thing called big, like the way they talk.
What's your
the way
type?
Black men.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Bam. I can tell.
My last name's Compton Jackson. I'm like the blackest white girl you'll ever meet.
We love
Yeah.
But like even this Indian dude, like he's a friend of my dude's. Like the way he talks and opens, like the way he moves, I'm like, that's I told him, I was like, you have big dick energy. And he was like, wait, what? I was like, I don't give a fuck what your size is, whatever. But the way he carries himself is big dick energy.
Wait, stop. I got the perfect video.
Size
Segue into this.
preferences are a bit of an emotional roller coaster, I think. The best study on this subject comes from Proust and colleagues. What they looked at was women interacting with real 3D models of various, penis-shaped objects and had them pick and choose which one they actually favored. In terms of length, it was 6.3 inches for a long-term relationship, 6.4 inches for a short-term relationship. If I'm correct, maybe 16 to 16.25 centimeters. And then in terms of circumference, 4.8 inches for long-term, 5 inches around for short-term, which is somewhere on the order of 12.2 to 12.7 centimeters. When men hear that, they typically think, oh, that sounds pretty good. That doesn't sound that big. And so this is kind of the peak of the emotional roller coaster where it's like, oh, things are really good. Things are really great. The view's fantastic from here. But then you look at men's perception, or at least their statement of their own size versus their actual size. And you see that men overestimate their own size by about 20%. So rule of thumb, men are usually about an inch smaller than they think, or at least an inch smaller than they say. That's quite a bit. 21% was the figure from the study I'm quoting. Where does that leave us? Well, in actual fact, the average man's penis according to a meta-analysis of 17 studies, is about 5.16 inches when erect. And that would leave 6.3 inches as about 95th percentile. That's about as common as a man being 6'2". It's not like really, really rare, right? If you walk into a lecture hall or an airplane, there's probably going to be at least one guy.
A few guys, maybe, yeah.
Exactly. There's going to be at least one guy who's at least that tall. So it's not like we're talking about some like freaky preference, but in terms of the frequency with which it's encountered, that is big, right? Like
5 guys out of 100.
Yeah, a 6'2" man is a big guy, right? In the same way, a 6.3 actually is quite big. And more interesting, and I think this is actually the most interesting part of the study, is that they also asked women to pick out from the array of models, and they say, you know, what's ideal, what's the biggest you'd seen ever, and what's the smallest you've seen ever. Very interestingly, most women had never seen a penis that big. And so they were exhibiting a preference for a penis size that was bigger than they had ever experienced. I would say that that's now the trough of the roller coaster where things are as not fun as they could be. Now, this is an ideal preference, and so ideally, most women probably would like to date a guy who's taller than 6'2", who's 6.3 inches. But because it's an ideal preference, they're likely flexible as to their minimum preference, which was not collected in this study. One insight, though, they did ask a very good behavioral outcome question. They said, have you ever broken up with a man over his size? At least partially over his size. About 27% said they had. So most women don't break up over this. Most women, this doesn't appear as a deal breaker, but about a third have had the experience of saying, you know what, I'm going to call it quits. The size is not working for me. Yeah, the size was one of the contributing factors. And I'm willing to say that to a researcher as well, right? Which is probably an underestimate.
There you go. What do you think? There you go.
Well, first of all, as a proud black man,
yes,
BBC gang, we up. We're up, BBC gang, we're up. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Wait, are we measuring over or under here? Like, you know the difference, right? Like,
I have no idea. No, I don't know. What's the difference?
you know,
Explain
it
to me.
adds a little extra if you go under than the.
Is that what you should? Okay, that's what
Yeah.
they
It's the
visual inch.
Yeah.
It's
That's
the
what they
visual.
were-
Yeah.
Are you measuring from the bottom of the base to the top of the
Thank
base?
you.
Got you, girl.
Exactly. Like, I'm just curious.
But you know what's crazy about like dick size? Like, if you're measuring your dick, isn't that kind of weird? Like, what does that matter?
But you guys have done
I
that
feel
since
like
you guys
every
were
single one of you
teens,
have.
I never
right?
did that shit.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard a lot
Lies.
of these boys do.
You
Never
have
did
it.
it.
You have it compared to something.
I've
Is it
heard-
the remote control.
I've
Is it
heard
the
from
water
a poll.
bottle?
I did a poll and I heard the truth. So I'm good with that.
I'm
Was that-
sorry, you did a poll like on Twitter or like with
No,
a group
No,
chat?
from the women that he went out with.
I did a survey.
I'm like, did you
I did a
just send it in
survey
a group chat and
I
have
heard
them
great
vote?
news from my survey. I was happy about it. You know what I'm saying? but that's it though.
And what race were all your friends?
All right, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
We gotta know. I like white girls and Spanish girls. There you go.
We heard.
That is- Oh, well, while we're on that topic, hang on. I got a super chat here I got to get to. Natalie, what's your nationality? Michael knows I have a thing for Asians.
Oh, there you go.
That's so funny. I'm Cuban and Venezuelan. My mom's side, the Cuban side, has Chinese in it.
Chama, que bola. Estere. Ya tú sabes.
You got me with that said it. The first time I was like,
It's Miami vibes.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Oh, God. Here, wait.
That's like super Cuban.
Definitely not.
Oh, this nigga Yo, that's funny, bro. Yeah.
That's my most popular, my most demanded sound drop, by the way.
I'll explain it to you later. That soccer was insane, bro. Like,
she can't. We met her.
We had her on the show.
yeah, it's crazy because like I just smashed like 5 times, nigga. It wasn't that serious. Whatever, man. It's good, bro.
All right. How much preparation do you ladies go into for a date? Here we go.
Said I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs. I'm now working with an app developer to make this a reality. This is actually happening. We are building the app. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this is the best damn dating app you have ever seen, because there is a clear difference here where the woman can set the deposit rate and the man can pay for her date preparation costs. So as a woman, you're going to walk into the date already so happy, and that's going to lead to a better date and a better connection. And that gives the man a better chance of succeeding in courting you. The app is called Courted. So when people ask, how did you meet? You can say, he courted me. So cute. The website already looks absolutely stunning, and the app itself, incredible. All of the features are so unique and nothing like you've ever seen on any dating app. Oh, and to everyone who said you can't do that, guess what? I just did. So we are going to launch this city by city. And if you want early access, click the link in my bio and sign up. Let's make dating fun again.
I got this one.
Does it cost a month to date a baddie?
So if we do a weekly blowout, $120. If she goes to like an event once a week,
and gets glam, that's like 150. So that's like
All right.
300.
Yep.
Nails, toes, that's another like say 350, $400.
Okay, so we're at 270 plus 300, so we're at like 570.
570, which like isn't crazy.
It's not bad. No, we're good right now.
Hot girls like do like peptides, like care about the health.
Mm.
So all of like the beauty outside comes within. Normally like a lot of like baddies are holistic in some way.
Mm.
So like you have like the peptides, which is anywhere between like $180 to $900 a month. A lot of women are on
$900,
birth
what are you
control.
doing?
So I don't know, like whatever that cost is. Then you need like hormone regulation stuff. So whether it's like ashwagandha, melatonin, or whatever it is, like supplements. Fun fact, a lot of hot girls are on a semi-glutide. So I think that's like somewhere between like, again, like $250 and like $1,000.
Okay.
You are keeping track?
Yep.
Okay, great. Oh, therapy. Depending where you go, it's like $300 to $500 a session.
We're going once a week.
Yeah, a little like once a week.
Okay.
For the weeks that she skips, she probably has like an astrologist, which is like $350.
$350 for your astrologist. There you go.
$500 a week. When we travel, because obviously we're in heels, you can't really take the subway everywhere, and also it's like dangerous.
So Ubers.
So Ubers, the experience of an Uber
XL.
or Black.
Ooh. All right.
Quarterly is where it gets like, you're like, oh wow. Because you have like maintenance, like Botox, filler, injectables, hair. Every time you
Okay.
go to the hair salon,
That's the
like
worst
$800 to $1,200 every quarter.
Okay.
Botox anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500. If she gets trap tox, that's another like $2,500. If she does full face, it's another $2,500 or $3,000.
So what? You're looking at 100 grand a year?
Yeah.
Right around there.
Yeah, definitely.
100 grand a year.
Jeez. Ladies, have any thoughts about this?
Yeah, I definitely think that I've seen.
What's your overhead?
My overhead's not too bad, thankfully, but I think that when you date a beautiful woman and you don't want her to work is when things get expensive, because at the end of the day, I know I'm high maintenance. I don't ever like say that I'm not, but I also do maintain myself. So if it ever comes to a point where, you say, I don't want you to work, that's fine, but you can't take a beautiful woman that maintains herself well and then tell her that you're never going to give her that budget again because that's too expensive. Because then you're going to cheat on her with the girl that looks the way she did when she was maintaining herself properly. So I do see that happen a lot. But I mean, she's overshooting it dramatically.
Yeah, and she's also not a baddie. Oh, my bad. I was supposed to say that. Yeah.
First of all, who hurt you?
No, it's not about that. I see it happen all the time.
I'm so confused.
I just see it happen all the time
Oh.
where like men are like, oh, I don't want you to have a job. I want to take care of you. And then as soon as you're there, it's like, oh, hey, guess what? You're never getting Skims again. You're getting Marshalls like once a month,
but
no Botox, no none of that. It's
You know
like,
what's wild
okay.
about this though? This is why men are leaving, because they're like, yo, this is a hefty bill I gotta pay. And I can just pay out the chicks in different ways. For example, go out, have fun, meet different chicks for free, and just fucking then move on. So men are like, why do this bullshit for $100K a year? I can spend maybe less than that every fucking month and have fun.
Any other ladies have any statement about this? They thought that was too high, too low. Anybody else?
Kind of crazy. I mean, like, I do appreciate a man that is going to be like generous and kind of take care of a woman and our needs, and like, obviously to a degree, but like, I think that she's a little excessive.
Well, the
I don't know.
expectations
I'm
of
a
a man's
minimalist.
pain, you're expected to give something at the end of the day.
I think women have transcended past that.
Well,
I think
that's
often they do not give anything.
If the guy,
In fact, I'm going to say something that you may disagree with, but I absolutely believe is true. Any fucking simp who would do that with a girl who wasn't his wife or committed girlfriend, she's never gonna fuck him because she has no fucking respect for him. Let me explain something, because the only thing growing faster than the OnlyFans economy is the simp economy. This is a woman who really, she's gotten to a situation now where she's been able to, she's found men who tolerate this kind of behavior. These men have never generated genuine desire in a woman in their entire life. A woman who would crawl over broken glass and change her religion for you. A woman who's going to leave work just for the opportunity to have sex with you. This woman this woman expects men who never get that, which by the way is most men now. to go ahead and pay this type of, if this was my wife, fuck yeah, more than 100 grand. It's not even an issue. But for a woman that I'm just now starting to date, that I'm not in a committed relationship, if you do this type of simptastic bullshit, that means, like, I would be shocked. I'm going to be honest with you. Listen to me. You guys are going to think I'm crazy when I say this. I would be shocked if a guy dropped $100K a year on a girl that he wasn't seeing, like he was seeing casually, and she did fuck him. I would bet you if she did, it would be rare. And if she ever did, she would go to the other guy that she's fucking for free and laugh at the guy who dropped $100K to smash. Bro, that means you do not have any concept of genuine desire. You are a simp. Now, again, one more time. One more time. One more time. She's the mother of your children. Yes. That's a completely different situation. You come home, everything is clean. You guys are having sex all the time. She is your person, your partner, whatever the fuck. If that's the case, 100 grand, no problem. For this woman right here, who I personally believe is incapable of an actual connection, which is why she needs 100K. For this woman right here, if you gave this girl 100K, she is going to laugh at you to all of her girls in the group chat and then tell them how much you suck in bed. That's what's going to happen.
Just after your point, just real quick. So imagine this, right? We're in Miami, Vegas, New York, LA, major cities. And what happens is there's 3 guys normally. The one who pays her rent, the one who's fucking her, and the one that's kind of there as a friend in need. Now, I don't know about you guys, but like as a man, I just want to fuck. So to be the guy paying the bills, I don't be that guy. I'll see when you got your hair done, your nose done, you want to go out, let's have some fun. We can do that. I think as a guy nowadays in this economy, that's where you want to end up. However, if it's long term, she's going to be your girl, then of course take care of her because that's your girl. But this is like a fun time and a goodbye. Like, nigga, at best, that's all it really is, bro. So, I mean, for her, it's cool because guys are doing this for her, but like for a guy, it's bad. 100%.
I don't know. I feel like that's like such audacity. I mean, like, I would change my religion and have laundry done and all that shit if some guy is gonna break me off like that. Absolutely. Like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up.
But what would
and
it
you
take
guys.
for that guy to
Love
break
it.
you off like that? What would be the, like, what's the number? What are we talking about?
I don't even know a number. I just
I do because it's happened to me.
Tell me, girl.
Yeah, so
Tell
I'll
me,
be
girl.
really honest. Everyone pays one way or another. Everyone pays. And we're talking about like
Because I
some
want you to
relationships,
value my
everyone pays
femininity,
in
like to
way,
some
whether it's
degree,
like,
not
you know,
100, like some.
See, this is exactly what I said. What I mean when I'm talking about how like women today, their dating plans or their relationship goals are basically the plot from Pretty Woman.
So literally,
they're basically the plot where it's like
they're not necessarily wrong though.
Well, they're the hooker with the heart of gold, and everybody you just get to know me on a different level, but you still have to be Richard Gere, and you have to be this multi-millionaire and rich industrialist who's just going to lift her out of that lifestyle. And that's why I say, what's the number? Because for this chick right here, like she's talking about, well, I mean, they rounded it off.
100K
They
chick,
rounded-
though. She's
her
not
over-
100K.
Her overhead
not
is
just that.
$100,000.
It's not just that.
You got to have that to lift her
that
up.
clip and the people who like that clip is the equivalent of a man being addicted to pornography. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent to a man or to a woman reading 50 Shades of Grey, listening about Christian Grey and his huge penis, who's a billionaire, only sleeping with Anastasia, and no, it's the funniest thing in the world. He goes 3 books
with
and
no description of
and
Anastasia.
All 3 books. He doesn't sleep with anyone but Anastasia. It's so fucking hilarious. That is terrible for women to see this because they start thinking this is what I need. What you're doing is create.
I have a sex dungeon, but I built it only for you.
They're creating what they're doing
like a
is
dungeon.
they're creating this scenario where women start thinking, okay, this is what I want. Also 100. Oh, I'm only getting this much for my boyfriend. And they're creating a scenario where they are incapable of genuine desire.
They think normality of
There is no way to create genuine desire for a man who leads with money. Let me say this a second time. There is no way to create genuine sexual desire for a man who leads with money. A third time, for those of you who didn't hear me, there is no way for a man who leads with money to generate genuine sexual desire with a woman. If she's attracted to him and has genuine sexual desire, and then he uses money, that's fine.
Okay.
But it doesn't work the other way around.
All right, can I explain my
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
my situation? So like,
Speaking of the mic.
I hope you're not listening back home in Australia.
They
I
are.
was actually engaged 18 months ago to a man who did ask me to stop working, and my figure was 200K. And you know, I was like 200K to get me not working. Why? Because I love working. I love making money on my own. And for me, I wanted to be an empire with someone. Not, I think, be a powerhouse together. Not at all. So if you're going to drag me away and take away me feeling valued, like making
What do
money.
you do for work?
I like making money.
What do you do for work?
So I'm a sex therapist, I'm a sex toy company, and I'm a founder of a charity as well. And I was on Playboy last month. So I've got a few things going on, and you just take away my income and my individuality. Unfortunately, you have to pay, because I feel like my value as a person needs to be of this. Why would we make money together? A lot of men are insecure about having women looking like us, so to speak, and to make money with you. Whereas instead, make money with you, not separately.
Did he make more than you?
He did, yes.
So
I could make more money now. So yeah, there's
she's saying we should all have sex with our girlfriends on OnlyFans. That's what she's saying. And then let's make money together.
Do you guys want your woman working or not working, or like?
I want her working if that's what she wants to do, and it's something that it's fun for her
As a
to
hobby
do,
or
a hobby that she's doing.
No,
but I don't want her to have to worry about it. And then also, it's the idea again going back to Landman. You remember the girl? She goes and works at the bar, and the guy tries to rape her at the bar. I don't want her putting herself ever in situations where she's compromising her physical body in exchange for making money when I could be paying for her. That's again, one more time, ladies, it is not other men's jobs to not hit on you. It is your job to protect the sanctity of your vagina, your mouth, your nipples, and your butthole. That is your job to do that.
Sanctity of the butthole.
Sanctity of the butthole. Like you have to, it's your job to protect that sanctity. It's not other men's job to protect. They don't know me. They don't respect you, and they don't respect me. They don't know me. So when you go out there and you deal with the situation, it is not their job to not hit on you. It is your job to keep their hands off your ass. It's your job to do that, or we're not in a relationship.
So I have a question about that. So earlier, what I was referring to is in a relationship, in a marriage. At what point in time do you have that discussion where you say, like, because you're saying don't simp for the women you just started dating. So at what point in that timeline is that conversation had? Because say, for example, me, I have my 9 to 5 and I love it. I work a couple hours a day. I have a great time, super happy with my job and everything.
Yeah.
But if you were to say, hey, this is getting in the way, I want to travel, you have to take PTO, it's in the way, I want you to stop working, I would then need you to replace that income because I have things that I need to do. I have Pilates, I have my hair. So when
that's way down the road, that's way down the road. And that's when the two of you have made a commitment to one another, because the man, if the man has high standards, has said, okay, this woman contributes to my life, helps me build my empire. He does not attack. She does not attack. She does not accuse. She does not exaggerate. She asks me how I feel. She does not tell me how I feel. And whenever we're in public, we show a common face, and she doesn't talk shit about me to her friends behind my back, or when we get into an argument in public. If that happens for a while, in addition to the fact that she brings peace into your life and that your life is better and it's an asset to your life, once you get to that point and you're like, okay, this is the person I want to be with, then you can have that discussion. That woman that we just saw in there, she's never been at that point with any man in her life.
No,
ever. She's never been at that point.
Even the number that she's throwing out there is pretty insane. And as all of us who get like treatments done, who do the things, like
that's still a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot.
Well, I was gonna say, it might not be $100,000, but I was gonna say, even if it's $25,000, even if it's $50,000,
I don't think it's the number. I think it's
what I was gonna say is like it's the overhead. And then my next question is, like, if she's single, what is she doing that she can afford a $100,000 overhead to be a baddie, right? That she need that, and that's her market price, right there to bring her to. If you want to make her a wife, you have to at least have $100,000 a year committed just for her maintenance and upkeep.
Let's change it. Let's do this.
I was going to say, I got this. Yeah, I think that's the one I was going to do, because this is
perfect transition.
Yeah, perfect transition right here.
The person you might be comparing yourself to is not actually rich. They're actually probably just an escort. If the person doesn't come from money, doesn't have a multi-million-dollar business, they're not paying for private jets, vacations every month, and 5-star dinners every single week on their own. And a lot of the people who are flexing on social media actually just come from money or are doing a good job at painting a false reality. And sometimes the math just isn't mathing. If the average salary is $60,000, even if they're making $200,000 a year, you cannot afford private jets on a $200K a year salary. To build real wealth and credibility, it takes time, integrity, and good karma. And shortcuts will get you there for a quick moment, but it will never be sustainable long term. It's like the turtle in the hare. The hare looks like it would be an obvious victor, but who ended up winning? The turtle, who was consistent every day.
There you go.
Okay, so the reason why I like this is because there's a lot of fitness influencers out there that are discouraged because they're looking at other fitness influencers that they don't realize are all taking steroids. And there's a lot of women out there right now who are looking at these women with this lifestyle, traveling around to Ibiza, Dubai, and all these different places, and they're like, why can't I find a man who's treating me like that? That's what I deserve in a man. That guy I went on the date with last week, he doesn't meet up to that standard. I'm going to find another man, not realizing the woman that they're looking at is an escort. And they're comparing, and again, there's nothing wrong with being an escort, but like they're comparing themselves to women who aren't claiming they're escorts, who are actually escorts. And then what's happened is now there's an unrealistic expectation in what you should be getting out of life and out of a man. And if you get anything short of that, then you don't accept it. And part of this brain rot, that's not my term, this is a term that comes from people who watch TikTok. Part of the brain rot comes from apps like TikTok. On TikTok, if a woman doesn't like what she sees, or a man, she swipes it away. I don't like this feeling. I don't like this feeling. Swipe it away. Swipe. And then I see something that's crazy and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at this for a few seconds. Oh, I'm bored now. Swipe it away. Swipe it away. And then you don't realize what that does to you mentally. Now you're on a date with a perfectly great guy who could provide for you, who would be absolutely incredible father to your children, but I'm not getting that feeling, so fuck him. Swipe away the next guy. He doesn't give me that feeling. And then she goes and looks at the picture of the girl that she admires. Oh my God, just so amazing. She's in front of the Burj Khalifa, and now she's in front of Notre Dame, and next week she's in Vegas, and the next week she's at Coachella, and the next week she's at Art Basel. She must have a rich boyfriend. That must be what it is. She must be, no, she's an escort. And like you're confusing one with the other. And so now you've ruined your life because of the fact that you have irrational expectations on what you're supposed to be getting from a man. And so again, that's what he's trying to say here. It's like you're sitting there making yourself depressed, looking at stuff, doom scrolling on in Instagram for somebody, again, the personal trainer he feels bad because he doesn't have the physique of the guy he's looking at who's clearly taking steroids.
Wait, I got story time because this is a story about Fresh. Fresh, you got to remember this one time, and I think it was because Destiny was on the show, and he asked you how many of these women, like what percentage of women do you think are getting flown out to Miami by Drake or NBA player or whatever to go on yacht parties and everything? You said, oh, about 30%. and the truth of the matter, it's probably less than 1%, but that's not the point. The point is that if hundreds of thousands of women see that one woman went and got flued out by a rapper or something and went on some yacht party in Biscayne Bay, that's all that matters, because those women say, I'm cuter than that bitch, and I could possibly be the next one that they ask me to go out. And so therefore what happens is the global sexual marketplace standard that she believes should apply to her, now she takes that and she applies it to her local sexual marketplace. So the guys who are at her college, the guys who she interacts with, the guys she sees like locally every day, or who might meet her in a club, they're never going to be able to compete with the potential of a guy online somewhere with more money who could take her out. And so therefore those guys don't measure up to what the impression or the fantasy of what that guy is.
That video bothers me. I've seen it the other day. I don't like it, I'll be honest, for a few reasons. And I get what you're saying, but it's not like, let's break down the video. You're saying, oh, these girls are escorts, it's not their fault that women are perceiving this as like, this is a lifestyle.
But they're hold on. But the problem is they're showing the lifestyle as if
it doesn't matter if they're escort, if they were in any business in the world. He said in that video, oh, they must be all escorts or it doesn't matter.
Let me ask you a question. If I sit there, I'm selling this crypto product and I say, man, I've made so much money and I have a Richard Mille on, but it's fake. And then I'm sitting there with a Bugatti behind me. It's like, this is what I made from my crypto returns. But the Bugatti was rented, and I'm literally frauding my audience. Isn't that a problem?
No, because you're saying that they're calling out on the escorts.
No. He's not calling out escorts. He's calling out the people who are looking at escorts, who are representing themselves as independent women who are making money on their own because they own a software company or some other bullshit when they're not. I've heard one of my favorite videos from him. He goes, you need to be friends with more hoes. Hoes are the best way to network. He's not being judgmental. What he's saying though is these women are getting depressed because they're looking at their husband who makes $70,000 a year, and he's not taking her to Dubai.
Who call out on that?
Who do you call probably the women? That's what he's doing. Not at the women. He's calling out the women who are watching. The women who are escorts, that's their business. Do whatever you want. The problem is it's when a woman is flying private and she acts as if somehow she manifested this money and that she didn't have sex with some rich Arab dude to get it. That's the problem. And it's screwing up other women. She can do whatever she wants. The escort can do whatever she wants. That's the point. It's the damage that happens to 13-year-old girls scrolling through Instagram and scrolling through TikTok, and it's screwing up their mentality and it's destroying their self-esteem, and all for what? For a woman that they admire that they don't realize is an escort.
It's a reality, not reality. You know, I've got twins, and I've got a girl
Yes,
and a
you
boy.
do.
And my girl twin, she's very open up about my Playboy and so
Sure.
forth. We talk about everything, and I say to her, "It's not real." I say, "I'm performing."
Sure.
You know? So I make it as an adult. I explain to them it's a performance. So it's up to us as society to kind of like get that out there that this isn't real. You know, like that. And it's on us.
I get what you're saying, but let's be real here, though. If it's not real, will people really buy into it? You know what I'm saying? If they knew the truth.
They do, aren't they?
Well, no, it's like my best friend growing up. Like she moved to Vegas from Portland when we were 19, 20, and she became a stripper. But she told her mom she worked for Comcast. So she's telling her mom she's going to her 9 to 5 at Comcast. She's not. She's an escort in Vegas, living an extravagant life. Her mom's not stupid. She's gonna pretend her daughter is a Comcast, worker. But when she's getting flown to Greece on first class, she's obviously not. Just Comcast.
Yeah, Comcast.
In the
flew me
90s, we
out
call
here.
that keeping up with the Joneses, right? Like, I feel like that even before Instagram, like there was always sort of like social pressure to like keep up with.
Oh, there's always the social pressure.
Right, exactly.
It's
It's
been
amplified.
nothing on in the creation of humanity has created more envy than social media. Of course. The problem is it was a very difficult thing. So I got to do this with you sometime. Okay. So there's a lot of content creators who've been out much shorter times than Rolo and myself. For me, I started making content maybe 08, and Rolo's been doing it since maybe 03. And in that case, we look at all the times and we'll see these content creators who are repeating the things that we're saying, but they have 1 million followers on Instagram. And we don't have 1 million followers on Instagram, or these guys are like crushing it.
Not yet.
Yeah, they have 2 million. They have 2 million followers on TikTok. We don't have 2 million followers on TikTok, and so we're like, why is that? And then one of these days, what I did was I looked up Google search terms. Have you ever tried this? Yeah. You should do this. We looked up Google search terms, and coaches that I'm not going to like. I have no problem with him. I think he's a great content creator. Coach Kyle, for instance. Coach Kyle gets like 1/10 as many Google searches as I do, and probably 1/50th as much as Rolo. But it doesn't make sense because Coach Kyle has 1 million followers. What's going on there? And I used to compare myself to these people, and then I started to realize, oh, they have fame, but they don't really have influence, not like we do. And so it doesn't bother me anymore. That's why I don't get bothered by these issues anymore.
To answer your point, Mike, a lot of people have bots.
Yeah, for sure.
Fake followers.
Yeah. It's easy to manufacture.
It's like I look at this. One of the ones that drove me crazy is, you know who Dating by Blaine is. You know who Blaine is? She goes on Chris Williamson sometimes. She's a female dating coach. She goes on all the time. We've reacted some of her stuff. Nothing. She's a great content creator. She makes content every day. But Dating by Blaine, she goes on Shark Tank, and she says, I was looking for seed money to help me with this dating business that I have. And she goes, I'm the #1 person in this space. And then she said how much she made in a year. And I made 5 times that. But she's telling people she's the #1 person in this space. So I go up looking Dating by Blaine, and then I look up Michael Sartain, and I just look up Google search terms, and mine are I get 5 times as many searches as her. But there's people out there who think that she's the #1 dating coach in the world, and it's crazy. And I looked at it and I said, "What you know what the end result is? I am making 5 times as much as her. I need to shut the fuck up and just be happy. My clients like what I have to provide." But these vanity metrics, what they were doing initially, I was like, yo, why don't these people have me on their podcast? Like, how come nobody? I don't understand. Like, how come this guy gets so many more likes and views on Instagram? Like, I think my content's backed by science. I don't understand. Like, everywhere I go, I'm in Miami and people come up and shake my hand. People come up to Rolo and want to take his picture. But I'm looking at all these content creators that have like 8 times as many followers as us. What is the problem? What's going on? And then I go on Google Trends and I'm like, oh, okay, it's not real. That's what's going on. That's essentially what's happening. So it doesn't bother me anymore. But again, if I'm the personal trainer and I keep looking at other content creators who look better than me, if I don't recognize that they're taking steroids, I feel like shit. And if I'm a woman and I'm sitting there watching this other woman travel around the world and fly private, and every night is champagne and caviar, and I actually don't realize that she's an escort, it's going to screw up my self-esteem.
Well, just one more thing as well. I've been in social media for 12 years now.
Yes.
And what you see online is only the best parts. You don't see the worst parts.
The highlights.
And you don't see them getting beat behind, the camera after the video is done. You don't see them like doing drugs and getting fucked up. You don't see all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think as someone that has common sense here, let's be real with the actual social
Common
media
sense
world.
isn't common though.
It's very true.
It's so uncommon.
It's all a
you
psyop.
you can monetize common sense.
Yeah.
That's how uncommon it is.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
It's all a
Aaron
psyop.
Clary, for that one. I want to answer this one, which is really good. Rollo and Michael are talking about a specific set of women they're around daily and familiar with, by the way, self-selected. Yeah, but also remember, we're also trying to turn this into something that's a little more general. Okay, so it's one thing for us to sit around here with the women that we have on this table, but it's also, you have to remember that when we're looking at social media, that's extrapolated to quote unquote normal.
Time out. If I'm quoting data from the IFS, the GSS, if I'm quoting data from the what is it, CDC, if I'm quoting data from evolutionary psychologists, how is that women that I'm around? No, you've missed the point totally. We've done everything we can to be more general.
I think what she's trying to say is that it's like when we're looking at a woman who's got a $100,000 overhead. Not all women have a 100. I don't think anybody at this table has a $100,000 overhead. Okay, well, okay, maybe Summer does, but nobody here has a $100,000 overhead. Maybe you got a lot, but the thing is, it's drawing attention to the fact that women do have an overhead by order of degree. So if you live in Paducah, Kentucky, your overhead might be $2,000, $10,000. If you live in Miami, you live in Vegas, that's going to go a little bit higher. So yes, your mileage may vary depending on what your location happens to be and who you're talking to. But I wanted to point out the fact that and I've been sort of trying to ground myself ever since moving here to Vegas, ever since doing this show, because when we sit here and we're talking to the women that are on this show and we're going out to Zouk, we're going out to Omnia, we're seeing, like, we live in a different planet here in Las Vegas. I understand that. That's why I kept saying, whenever you go to, when you go to the Las Vegas airport, make sure from TSA to whatever your gate is, do some people watching. Any major airport you can do this at. Just look at the average person from when you get out of the TSA line to when you're walking to your gate, right? Just look at the people around you. And you will see overweight people. You'll see people who you never thought would be together. You don't see hot women walking around the airport. It's like seeing a wild animal from the zoo that got loose. If you do, okay.
I try and look ugly at the airport.
Yes, exactly. You see people in their slippers, in their pajamas, and whatever, that kind of stuff. And it's just, that's an average person. That's a normal person. That's a cross section of the American population right there. And so, yes, I do understand that. But we have a show to run here, and we're talking to women who have an opinion about this stuff, and this is basically
Dr. Buss's study of 38 different cultures, that was 17,000 women. Like, what you're saying is just objectively not true. Anyway, go ahead.
Wait, I got Colin's here. Shine a light on Fresh. I can't see him. Win red pill. There you go.
That's funny.
You got to put a.
They can't see Fresh.
Now they can. Yeah.
You as well, bro.
Oh, wait.
You got to raise the white balance on the camera.
Harper's jumping on here.
I thought you went to the bathroom like 20 minutes ago.
Oh, you're funny.
You
know what it is, man.
I knew I should have worn my glasses.
I appreciate all the love.
Incredible.
Okay. Which one? Okay.
Not gonna lie, I thought you guys were maybe way more misogynistic.
No, sorry, we're sorry to disappoint.
Okay.
No.
I feel like I might be the most misogynistic.
You might be. You want to know why? Because all of
love
my
them.
all of my experiences with women have been positive, and I'll bet the same thing with Fresh, except for the one girl. It's been positive.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, like, for me, I love women.
Yes,
because I get, dude, the access I have, the things I can do. It's like, yo, I look at it as not like an accessory, but like an add-on. We have a good time. They come with us. It's cool.
Okay, so let's before we go on, because I don't want to. There's a person who made a very critical video about me recently. I'm not gonna give him any shout outs.
Any clout? No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give
first
any
time.
Clout. But you went. No, it happens all the time. The reason why this one kind of bothered me was because I thought we were friends. He has messaged me before. He's been on my show, so I was really confused why he would do this. And so I'm just going to bring this up to you. You know that by having a lot of female friends and having a lot of females interact with you on social media, yes, you know him. He's been by having a lot of female friends and having a lot of females interact with you, you know that you have greater access
100%.
To different locations. It helps you with your business. Is that correct?
100%.
Showing that you know a lot of beautiful women, you get into better places, and you can show that on social media. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So showing pictures of you with beautiful women, does that hurt you business wise, or does it help you?
help me.
It helps you. Okay, cool. Because that's not what he said. He said posting pictures with attractive women on your account makes you look terrible to other women, and they don't take you seriously. And I'm just like, that's what every woman tells me.
I think it's funny.
That's what every woman tells me. But then they date me, and I'm like, that is objectively not true.
No, there's different ways. There's different levels because there's the
way to go
promoters
about it.
out here who post with the fake girls that they brought in, and then they try to post videos. It's clearly obvious that those girls aren't there for that.
Sure, but like
When you
literally,
post your
like
videos, those girls are clearly there.
yeah, you understand. Like
to
they came
support
for my
you.
birthday, but the problem is like he's literally criticizing me about a photo that I took where I got these girls on stage to see Marshmallow, and I was dating one of the girls in the photo, and I'm like, what in the blue shit is this? Like, why would you?
Well, there's a level of cringe to that statement.
Sure,
where like
yes,
if you do
there
so
is.
much cringe shit with the girls, it looks weird.
Yeah.
But Sartain is a pro at it, so I feel like yes, in a way, if you do it the wrong way, it looks kind of you're trying too hard.
Wait, yeah,
Versus-
like you're almost a guest at their table. Like you're almost a guest trying to film at their table.
No,
Like,
agreed.
the girls are your
But my
guests.
point is, what was so crazy about this is he picked a photo where all 4 of the girls in the photo not only were following me, but commented on the photo, and I was sleeping with one of them. Like it was crazy when I saw this, and how in the world, like how in the world is this a photo that's hurting me? That was so crazy. I just sent a text you who it was.
Man, I don't get no hoes, man.
Oh,
I'm sleeping with
oh, okay, I get it now. Yo. Okay, can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
So listen, I love everybody.
Yeah.
I want to make some money, went together. But here's the issue, right? People aren't real. And when I meet them, I'm like, you're in the space? Nigga, what is this?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, cool. I get it. It's a grift. But hold on. I met maybe like 20 creators in our space.
Yeah.
Only like 4 are real.
Fresh, let me ask you something. I've made certain proclamations, and you've been hanging out with me for the last 5 years. Have I ever exaggerated about one single thing?
One thing.
What?
You want the truth?
Okay.
We want to know.
Truth.
You undervalue how cool you are.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you don't flex, bro. You don't flex. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't flex. You just keep it cool.
Because photo, you were dating one of the girls, but sleeping with at least 2.
Yes.
So
there you go.
Yeah, you undervalue.
By the way, I bought this for you. Yeah, you like this?
Rolex, Dan, let's go.
I bought this for you. But like you did say this to me, and I really thought it was I picked you up from that mansion one time, and you're like, yo, Sartain, you're the only guy I've seen this space who you say you can do all these things. And the next thing I know, we're on stage with Steve Aoki.
Actually doing
this.
those
You actually
things,
do
yeah.
this. The same thing with when I first met Rolo.
Oh, yeah.
You remember my birthday? He came there, and I was like, Rolo, hey, listen, you're going to come. And it was very important to me.
Preparing me.
It was very important to me that Rolo saw 35 women actually showed up dressed like cheerleaders to celebrate my birthday, and I spent no money on it at all. And when Justin Waller came out here, it was very important to me that Justin Waller saw 50 girls come out to my bikini competition.
Well, just after that point,
Yeah.
because of that interaction with Justin Waller, the Tates as well
Yes.
came to see you because look at okay, I know Andrew very well, right? He's not going nowhere to just chill.
Yes.
For argument's sake, he's going because there's value there. He mentioned you. I was like, all right, I'm gonna hit you up, and it was practical. I pull up, I'm like, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that in the space.
Well, I would never know him if it weren't for Justin Waller.
Yeah. So Andrew reached out to you. This is way before I Can't Win Fresh Fit. Andrew was the one who reached out to you for me to come on Fresh and Fit the first time.
Yeah.
And so like that's the whole thing. And why was that? It was because he asked Justin. He goes, "Is Michael Sartain real?" And Justin goes, "Yes. All of the stuff he says is actually true." And I know it's hard. And I'm not trying to say this to brag. I'm trying to say this because I see the same thing. I've hung out with hundreds of pickup artists who have never even dated a 3 in their entire life, and a bunch of male models online who have absolutely no idea how to talk to women and have absolutely no frame. And so because of that, that's why I brought this up, and I brought up what you said too. But I appreciate that you think I'm cool.
Is that Fresh or Michael Blackson? Hard to tell.
Oh no.
We had a contest, me and Michael Blackson, who had the
It's funny as fuck, by the way.
dirtier feet, and it was him for sure.
I think one of the reasons why we get like slapped with like misogynistic and stuff like that is because a lot of people, like I said, they can't help but think that if we're laying out like statistics, if we're just talking about nuts and bolts, intersexual dynamics and stuff like that, that if anything that we talk about, now again, like we can't say facts without telling people how to feel about them. The funny thing is the same stats, the same facts, the same concepts and the principles that I've been talking about for 20 plus years now. I'm starting to hear come out of the mouths of, I don't know, Rob Henderson, Chris Williamson, Louise Perry recently. And they're basically talking about red pill topics that we've been discussing for forever.
For years, yeah.
But we're misogynists for saying it, but they're not for some reason. And I think the really what it is we're in a different ecosystem. So if we are in any way have the smell of red pill on us, then suddenly we're lumped in.
By the way,
so we're not in their ecosystem.
This is no secret because James actually said this before. James Sexton has gone on several podcasts and he mentions Rolo and myself often. And other than Soft White Underbelly, credit to them, they kept our name in there. Jay Shetty cut our name out of the podcast.
15 minutes of it.
Yeah. Jay Shetty cut our name out of the podcast, and Diary of a CEO cut our name out of the podcast. And I guarantee you, if we went on Chris Williamson, I will bet any amount of money. If I'm going to ask James, just say Michael Sartain over and over again, and they will cut it. I guarantee you, they'll cut our names out. At this point, I'm kind of fucking flattered.
But why is that though? Why is that?
Well, they'll cut your name out. They'll cut Myron's name out.
Why is that?
Why? Because here's the problem. They're not worried that we're irrational. They're not worried that our audience won't like them. They're not worried that their audience won't like us. They're worried that our audience will like us. Yeah. They're worried because we are orators. We are orators in the sense of the Roman Colosseum. We are orators in the sense of the Roman Senate. We are true orators, true debaters. If you put me on any one of these shows where I'm supposedly wrong, red pill, misogynist, whatever, and I'm pretty moderate, even compared to him, I'm very moderate. If you put me on the show, there's no argument I'm not going to win. And they can't tolerate that. They can't have that. Could you imagine what would happen if we went on Chris Bilyeu and like the narrative that he has between him and his wife?
His wife won't let us be on there.
It would be a disaster. It would be a disaster for Chris, not because his audience wouldn't like us. It would be a disaster. I'm not Chris. I'm sorry. Tom. It would be a disaster and I have a ton of respect for Tom. I eat Quest bars all the time. Shout out to Tom Bilyeu. But it would be a disaster for Tom, not because Tom would disagree with us and not because his audience would hate us. It would be a disaster for Tom because his audience wouldn't hate us. That would be the issue.
Yeah. And we're not in that ecosystem. We are oddly enough in Tim Pool's ecosystem because I've been on Tim Pool twice. I know you guys have been on Tim Pool as well. Right. So there's no narrative destruction going on there with Tim Pool, but there's a qualifiable difference between Tim Pool and someone like Chris Williams.
Speaking of which, congratulations to Andrew Wilson for going on Joe Rogan today.
Yeah,
I just congratulated him today, and it really is like maybe there's a chance that this wall, this gatekeeping, they finally allow us to break through. But the reality is, like, and again, I'm a huge fan of Chris Williamson. The issue is Chris Williamson got where he got in part because he abided by that gate.
Yes.
If he had not abided by that gate, again, there is a video out there, if you guys don't know this, of Chris Williamson interviewing Andrew Tate, and he has never released it. What does that say to you? That in part, Chris Williamson is where he is because he abided by that gate. Same thing for Lex Fridman. Same thing for Andrew Huberman. Not so much for Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan can do anything he wants. But for those other guys, same thing for Diary of CEO. Same thing for Jay Shetty. Same thing for Lewis Howes. Same thing for Tom Bilyeu. They are, in part, their popularity is because they allow the gatekeeping.
Yeah.
And those of us who don't allow the gatekeeping, we are punished for it. We are ratioed. We are demonetized. We are deplatformed because we allow people on here, even when we don't agree with them. We allow them on our channel. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What was his name? Who was going on? Was it Piers Morgan? I can't remember who it was. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Anyway, there's whoever interviewed Tucker Carlson interviewed Nick Fuentes, and then he said that right after they did that, right? Oh no, Ben Shapiro was going on Patrick Bet-David, and right after Patrick Bet-David interviewed Nick Fuentes, then Ben Shapiro backed out. I don't agree with a lot of what Nick Fuentes says, but you willing to back out for that? That's gatekeeping. That's all that is. And so, like, we try not to have any gatekeeping here. I mean, obviously, like, I respect Destiny, and you've had him on several times. We've had him on several times, and that's the situation. I just have an issue with it. So at first, I was bothered by it, and now I just think it's actually a compliment that my name and his name, you can't even say them on these podcasts.
There you go.
You want that? Oh, you want to do this one? Let's do this one. Here we go.
Calling you to say.
for your again.
Body count reset.
This has to be a shtick. This has to be a shtick. I refuse to believe this is genuine.
What do you guys think about that? You go to church. It's a body. You're born again virgin.
It's a Catholic religion. All you do is ask for forgiveness, and all of a sudden.
But are you actually a virgin?
Get a mulligan.
Well, I mean, according to Kindly, if you have a new procedure done, then yes, you are, because nobody has ever experienced you as you are in that form. Therefore, yeah, you're a freaking virgin.
Yes, if you get your boobs done, you're a boob virgin.
Exactly, because no one else has had these tatas.
There's another way to become a virgin again. Do you guys know what it is? You take the number of men you slept with, and then sleep with the same number of women, and you go back to zero.
Oh, so can you be a negative virgin?
Yeah, you lose one body for
every girl you go home with. Is that not true? Is that not true?
Oh, gee,
So
you can be a negative though.
You can be a negative number.
Negative then.
Yeah, you're a negative number. Why are you looking at her like that? I don't understand what's going on.
Because
here.
she's my type.
Why Laura's looking at heart bright? I don't understand what's going on here. I'm just so
Just run your podcast. Don't pay attention.
There's like this magnetism here. I don't know what
That's
this
because
is.
she's everybody's type. So hot. Obviously, look at her.
I mean,
it
is a little warm in here.
I don't look at people like that. I just see her as a human being.
We're obviously looking at her just like that.
I see her as a human being.
We need one. What's the soundboard? We need a new one. I need a soundboard.
Oh, you need one? I do it from here.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. All right,
where do you want to go?
I know. I want to go.
Here you go.
Oh, reasons why men are single, still single after the age of 30.
I got another match. I sent a match request the other day to Gabby, and I just as a reminder, I said, my dad called me gay today. I need to prove him wrong. Could you fight him for me? She responded, are you sure he was wrong? Kind of rude. So I said, yes, I'm sure, Gabby. It was one time in college. So are you going to fight my dad with your big, strong muscles or not? Dad, she blocked me. And she says, this is Rachel. I said, what up, Finish Shoddy? What if I told you I have a Costco membership card? Then gave a little, you know what I'm saying? No match. Next we have Sonnet. I said, if we were dating, I'd push you in. No match. Then we have Grace. I said, I'd literally destroy you in a water balloon fight. No match. And yes, we have Danny. I said, so when are you taking me out and treating me like a princess? No match.
What happened to men pursuing girls?
We're dropping 2026 strats early. This is Reagan. I said, hey Reagan, this is Elijah's mom. I think you'd love my boy. Please match.
Oh my god.
No match. Next strat I used on Claire. I said, Claire, I'm going to level with you. I'm straight. Sorry to disappoint. No match. I like to call this one the aggressor. This is Amanda. I said, I'd fight all of your exes for you, Scott Pilgrim style. No match. Last strat I used on Frida. I just said, what's up, bro? I'm trying to make her feel like one of the boys. I think that's going to be a big one in 2026. But we'll see. No match.
I have a question for men. I feel like a lot of men are no longer interested in dating. They've gave up on dating. They're not even trying. Why do you guys think that is the case?
There, wait, look at that. 100 to 150 right swipes to get one match. Average woman, 5 to 10 right swipes to get one match.
I've never been on a dating app, so I'm all set with
Of course, you're like a well-adjusted,
Why would
normal,
you?
attractive woman. Why would you ever be on a dating app? Yo, there's nothing, bro. If your advice is to go on dating apps, you should not be a dating coach. I don't care. Telling men that they should go on dating apps is the equivalent to these dudes who go to Brazil and Panama and sleep with a bunch of prostitutes and come back and they become dating coaches. It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent to the guy who takes
I heard
steroids.
they do that in Brazil.
It's the equivalent to the guy who takes steroids. And then he's a fitness influencer. That's the equivalent. Dating apps are the worst. There's 9 men for every woman on Tinder, bro. Get off the dating apps. If you have a dating coach and he's telling you to get on dating apps, he basically doesn't know how to help you, and so he's just he's grasping at straws and just trying to take your money. If you want to learn how to attract women and not use dating apps and not do creepy cold approach, just hit me up.
Wait, I want to know, Mike, what would you say to this poor guy right here?
Okay.
Just, you look pretty cute.
I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry.
No.
I have a boyfriend.
See?
Boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend.
Thank you, but
Yeah, wait. No.
I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend.
For real?
Because I have a boyfriend. No, I have a boyfriend. I actually do have a boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend. You do?
I have a boyfriend.
No.
I'm married. I'm engaged.
See? You look like the girl.
I have a boyfriend. It's up here.
Yeah.
I have a boyfriend.
Really?
I appreciate that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She married? Where the ring?
I have a boyfriend.
I put a ring on the. I put a
Put
ring
a
on
ring
the. I put a ring.
I have a boyfriend. I'm sorry. I have a boyfriend. No, I'm married. I have a boyfriend. I have a man. I'm totally married though.
You're married?
I have a man. I have a boyfriend.
Huh?
That's kind of what I was saying earlier. A man will respect an imaginary boyfriend before they'll imagine being like, oh no, I don't want you.
Not respect. He wanted to hook up with him, and he didn't give a shit if they have a boyfriend. They're making an excuse why they don't want to be with him.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Let me ask you a different question. Ready? The guy goes to all the same girls, and he doesn't hit them. Hit on them. He doesn't show any intent whatsoever. And instead, he says, "Hey, next week, my friends and I are getting together, and we're trying to raise $100,000 for animal rescue here in Los Angeles. Would you like to come?" What do you think the chances are then? Do you think they're saying I wouldn't have a boyfriend, or they're saying, "Hey, let me get your info"? What do you think?
It's like slightly better, but I still would flake.
It still would flake.
But I'd be like, okay,
Right
like, and then
away,
I would still not 100% show up.
Not show up, but would you exchange IGs? With
I
them?
would have, yeah, but it's
Might be my backup account.
yeah. I would at least, I would at least like get exchange IGs, and then I would let it pitter out.
Yeah. Even in Vegas this week, I got
And then I would bring my boyfriend to the event.
And the things that the most exciting things to me were people not saying, "Have you like asked it?" Like, "Hey, you look beautiful today," or like someone walked past and they "Oh, well, thank you. Oh, where are you from?" Like, it's kind of a different conversation rather than if you had a boyfriend, right? It was kind of like
just segue
a conversation to get something.
It was organic.
Yeah, to get going.
I think going
nowhere.
up to women and saying you look beautiful today is a fucking terrible strategy.
I don't mind it.
Oh,
As a
I think it's a
female,
terrible.
You have to say, "May I meet you? May I meet you?
May I meet you?
Yes.
Are you open to being hit on today?"
Starts the question though. It starts
It's.
the conversation.
I
of
think.
being
I
able to
think. I
open.
think maybe you may be a little bit more open-minded. I think most women, especially younger women, especially women who had cell phones through puberty, would fucking run for the hills and call the cops if guys came up to them all the time and said, "Oh my God, look at, she's saying it right now. Oh, wow, you're beautiful," to try to start a conversation. Absolutely not. No, I don't agree with that at all. That's terrible. Like, it's a terrible strategy. Dating apps are a terrible strategy. Cold approach with intent is a terrible strategy. Having an incredible
What if you
social
look
circle.
like Henry Cavill?
If you look like Henry Cavill.
We put it in the point of view, like what you look like is a difference with that.
Correct. Well, that
question,
again,
isn't it?
the
Is a
part
guy
women leave
that
behind.
looks like that doing that? Is a guy that's doing that? Is he going to approach you like that on the street? It's probably not what's happening. He doesn't.
What he doesn't show you is like his approach. He just gives you the response.
Oh, I'm telling you, after a while, he probably told the girls to just say, "I have a boyfriend," so he could make the video better. I think it's probably.
Well, I have a question because
Yeah.
I know you've mentioned it a few times where you say you don't approach women unless they give you.
No, I don't show them intent. I approach women all the time. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on,
Right.
buddy?" I look. It's like, "Oh, where do you
What if
where do
you
you
look
work?"
like
Like,
fresh?
what if you if you told me where do you work?
From home. So
Okay, you
not
work,
a
but you're an analyst, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Okay, cool. What software do you use?"
Gotcha. But the question that I have is that
I'm not going to hit on you. I'm going to actually talk
Right,
to you
I
like a human
understand,
being,
but
and I'm not going to look at your
earlier-
boobs one time.
I know, but earlier you made a comment saying that like you don't like approach women to hit on them, but they have to earn it. Basically,
Earn my intent.
Right. So as a woman that's looking for not just some guy that's like, "Oh, you're beautiful," or whatever, like the simp version of what you guys are saying not to do.
Sure.
What would earn that attention? Because as somebody who's looking for that, I would.
Very great question.
1400 cc's.
No, very
well,
very good question.
I'm
So
not doing
the
that.
the answer is compliance. So it's like, hey, later on the charity event I told her about, we're going to raise $100,000 for animals. You don't want to come. You're going to flake on the animals because I guess you don't really like
Hey,
animals.
do you
that
like
much.
dogs?
Yeah, it's not yeah, a woman who doesn't like animals. I don't know if I want to date you. But if you showed up to the event, it's like, "Hey, thank you for inviting me," and you showed up, that's a little piece of compliance. "Hey, come over here. Come with me and meet my friends." That's a little piece of compliance. "Hey, come over and sit at the table." That's a little piece of compliance. "Tell me about yourself. What do you do at work?" And you just talk. That's a little piece of compliance. You know what? Afterwards, we're going to go have the greatest goddamn blueberry muffin in the world at Peppermill. "Oh, you'd like to come?" That's a little piece of compliance. "You walk with me to my car." That's a little piece of compliance. Those things are pieces of compliance. Added up compliance then leads to my intent, but not before. I will never do the stuff that this guy was doing. And that's why I teach guys. I don't show intent until a girl shows me compliance.
So I kind of disagree with you a little bit there,
Okay.
Sartain. Not because you're wrong, because if you don't show intent, you're pushing an agenda of friendship with the hope of
or how about hold on. Instead of pushing an agenda of friendship, how about I'm pushing an agenda of ambivalence? How about I'm pushing an agenda of like how about this? How about this one? Your physical attractiveness does not affect me. How about that? You wouldn't make my top 50. Your physical attractiveness doesn't mean anything to me until you don't get special treatment.
But I'm of the opinion is I don't want to waste time. So I want to know up front, if you're into me, I'm into you. What are we doing here?
Okay, I see what you're saying. And by the way, what you're saying is definitely more efficient, but I definitely think you could get with women that you would consider. Here's the difference. What you're doing absolutely works for women who like you. What I'm doing works for women who don't like me. That's the difference.
Okay, that's fair. But you know what? Okay, let's put it this way.
Mhm.
Average guy, right?
Yeah.
He can't do what I can do.
He can't do what I can do, but he can do what I can do. He
I'm-
can't do what you can do, but he can do what I
I'm
can
fresh.
do. Yes.
But if I put it to a more base level, where like I'm just saying, okay, I don't want to waste time as a guy. I'm busy. I have work to do. I'm successful. How do I make this work for me at my time frame? You're saying, okay, to prolong this, I can have more compliance and then get a result later on. I'm just saying, I don't want to waste time.
I'm with you, but what if I do the compliance and then we go to the event and it's 50 girls? That's not wasting time. I'm actually doing what I'm doing is more efficient than what you're doing.
But they can't get 50 girls in one room.
There is not a single one of my clients that can't get a 50 girls in one room. There's not a single one. Got MOAmentoring.com/testimonials. If you think I'm bullshitting in the slightest, go to Trustpilot reviews and you can read reviews on my program. There's no problem at all. It's easy to get 50 girls to come to a room, but you just have to do it in a way where you're offering value and not being creepy.
No, you can teach it.
Yeah.
So I am focused on who likes me. I like them. Now, if I say let's go to a yacht party, it's instant because I'm in Miami. Who doesn't want to go on a yacht?
Yeah.
But again, I let her know front. Yo, you're mad cute, by the way. Let's go out on a yacht party. Sometimes up front, my attention, so she knows what it is.
Yeah.
Yacht party is like a compliance. She pulls up. All right, I know what time it is.
Yes.
You get it?
So what if you didn't hit on any of them, invited 12 of them, they were the hottest girls in the world, and then they invited 12 more girls, and then you went on the yacht. And now the 12 girls are like, you've got to meet fresh.
Then he wouldn't just be fresh, he would be organic.
So no, that is good.
Yeah.
That is good.
Thank you.
Save that for your channel.
But
Loves it.
I like
Loves it.
but Sartain, I just lock in. If I focus,
Agree. I'd lock in when they give me compliance. I'll lock in.
Okay.
But not before that.
I will say
Again.
this: when there could be a guy that is conventionally attractive and successful and has all of that, but if I think I might have said this earlier tonight, if there's a little bit
Speaking
of
to the
like,
mic.
if there's a little bit of like too much or too assertiveness, I'm like skeeved out.
Of course.
Yeah, it's like even if he's an elite guy and has status, all of it.
But hold on, not to be insulting, but what if I'm a man who has had enough experiences with beautiful women that I can talk to you and not be affected by your physical attractiveness and get to know you? And then when you show me compliance, then you've earned me hitting. You've earned me hit on you. You've earned my intent. What if I did that instead?
And deep down, as women, we lightweight.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the difference. What you're saying is correct. Just like looks maxing is correct for clavicular, and what you're saying when you're out there wearing a $200,000 watch and you're driving a Lamborghini is absolutely true for what you're saying. What you're saying works for women who like you. What I'm saying works for women who don't like me, and that's the difference. That's why I have 4,300 clients. I teach men how to get women who don't like them. Cold approach and dating apps are for women who do like you. Men of action and social circle is for women who don't like you. That's my point.
We have literally had women on this show who have moved homeless dudes into their apartments and their homes.
Yes,
because they were good looking and they laid down the good day.
What was her name? What was her name? Oh my God.
Dusties. I mean,
Literally,
I guess.
I lived with the dude because that was all it was about.
And if that's all she needed, if that was her baseline with some good D, then I mean, good for her.
Mhm.
But different women have different standards.
Speaking of which, are you
Listen to
guys?
John.
Speaking of which, are you guys going to eat with us after this?
Oh, we'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd
'cause we're
love
almost
to.
out.
Raise your hand.
I'm starving.
Love
Raise your hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Where are we going to
Okay.
stay?
With that, this is the last comment of the show. I had to put this on here. I thought fake boobs went out in 2010. No, sir.
They're alive and well.
Fake boobs are timeless, my friend. They are timeless.
Their big boobs are coming back.
Please.
You save the tatas.
Just listen. Just
Carmen
admit to your homosexuality now. Okay, like seriously, there's like
I like natural boobs. You've never seen.
There's nothing. There's no such. Hey guys, thank you guys. Hey, did you have a good time, Alex?
A great time.
You had a great time on the show. Thank you for coming
Thanks
out.
for coming.
September, you have a good time.
Had a fabulous time as per usual. Thank you for having me again.
Awesome, Harper. Do you have a good time?
Spectacular.
Thank you. Awesome. Oh, hey, Christina, good to see you again. Do you have a good time?
Yes, of course. It's always a great time with you.
Fresh. How did you enjoy it?
Terrible time.
You gonna move out? You moving out
Never
here?
coming back.
Fresh, how do I be
Moving
black?
out here? How do I be fresh? How do I be black?
You said I
clip
can't be
that.
like you.
No, it was a great time.
Laura, did you have a great time?
The best.
I appreciate it. Thank you for
Thank
coming.
you for inviting
Please coming
me.
back. Nat, did you have a good time?
Awesome. Always. have a
Okay,
good time.
awesome. Thank you guys for checking us out. The next episode we're going to do is on February 11th. Make sure you guys are subscribed to all of our channels in case we get blocked. And remember this, always remember there's no such thing as fake boobs. If you can touch them, they're real. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Okay, but legitimate question.